Posted up in my whip, riding with my honey dip. Cruising through the city scene, blazing on some sticky green. Got my hater blockers cause I'm cooler than some ice cream. Down with the county kings, then you rollin' with right team. In the Benz or on the bus, chickens they be checking us. And I'm in my whip, posted floating like some angel dust. Used to have a heavy foot, now I like to cruise through 2 miles per hour. So when body sees you trying to catch me riding dirty, police in my rear view. 2 hands on my wood grain, I'm twisted while I'm switching lanes. Buck my head to the beat, cause she in these leather seats. GMC, we suck a bin everywhere through PGC. Windows up a black tent, and I got my music loud. Concert in my car, and I'm the only one up in the crowd. Meet me on the back roads where I'm surfing in the Ville. Bang, hit while aim, riding, displaying my verbal skills. PG needs me, we be eating big league. Lumberjack coming through, knocking down big trees. Big dog, no fleas, stay clean. Yes, I do. Dudes be like I rap too, when we be like, who are you? Chisel down a ½ ounce to sell it to nickel diamond quarters dip. Got me off of it. Yes, I see you hate me, but I'm still showing love. This not because of me, I'm controlled from up above. I'm so fresh, I'm so clean, I'm like the body wash of Dove. So up here to put all in perspective, bringing back hope, dropping bombs like Osama, smooth talker like Obama. I'm just here to keep it cool. I don't really want no drama, but y'all treat me like I'm nothing. But fact is I'm born someone, no gossip, no rumors, just observation of display in the chambers of my castle, resting easy where I lay. We don't play, I'm in the city, but my mind is where I stay. I am life, earth, motor, spirit, covered clay. When you treat me like some shit, that's a lot about you, not me. The greatest of us has always been silence, nothing new, but I still chef it up, cooking stew. Who would have knew so much hate come from people I don't know? That's why my blood's still warm, but my heart is colder than the snow. I'm gone, 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 gone.
I'm the storm while like in the city streets. I am a beast, smoking good on runs and keef. You don't want no beef, I knock out frames and teeth never decreased. I'm high voltage bloodstream, y'all be weak, so I'll be strong throughout the week. Keep the herbs and spice like it's white rice. Travel through the thoughts of a prophecy, never with neuropathy. There's no way y'all stopping me. I love cool out, read my book, sculpted art sketches and moving rooks. In this chess of life I castled and take flight. Sniper bishops in the corner, checkmate. I don't wait, y'all so fake, but all good I see through. And never put any of my people before the text. Time walking through valley, we keep it chill over here. No flex, but life is truly the best. No flex, duck, what you talking about? I still keep it going. We be flowing like we're ocean, magic potion for the motion. I like good gas, champagne leading the game. Let's go, it's Conti Kins, Lone Star, the shepherd leading you ghosts. This be realest shit I ever wrote, Mr. Seven Ghosts.
I'm no big dog, but I got a big bite. Mr. Seven back again, while aggressing all the mic, I keep it hype. Man, I'd rather hit a J with you than scuff around and fight. I tackle any challenge that be in my line of sight. I'm that crispy, clean, king iron fist, walking like my skin is Hennessy. I'm the remedy, even when I'm gone, my thoughts will linger for eternity. Just in case you never heard of me, nice. To meet you could call me County King. My spirit shine like the glisten of a bling. When the devil gets to talking, that's when God starts walking. I listen to spirit when the message is locked in. Yes, I spin to and hashtag no gamble. My life is beautiful, skin stay shining from my head to my cuticles. Mr. Seven clocking out, I digress, my mic is new.
Constellations, I constructed, I can this, I'm expanding. Constellations, I contracting. I'm confused. I'm expanding.
Constellations I can truck and computers I'm in phantom.
I'm confused. I'm expanding.
Constellations I can truck and computers I'm in phantom.
I'm confused. I'm expanding.
My check 1 2. My check 1 2. Shout out to the family. How's everybody feeling? Give a big round of applause for yourself. Now let's talk about, just for a little bit, exactly what this topic says, right? So let me see something here. Let me go ahead and hit this. There we go. My check 1 2. Let me turn my microphone up. My check 1 2 1 2. There we go, right there. There we go, right there. Respect. Welcome back to another episode of Smitty's Corner, aka Lighthouse_301. I appreciate you for stopping by and or catching the replay. Let's go ahead and do this real quick, right? So, I started to get a little bit into this story. But before I get into that story, y'all know how we do. How are you? How's your day so far? And how is your headspace? Just in case nobody else asked you. Respect. All right, now. I started, I was rewatching a little bit of a live I did, and see, this is crazy. I don't know. I got a comment here, but it doesn't say anybody's watching. That's what's wild. I started to really get into this whole like the what's that? The Migos thing, right? So with Offset, and I find it very interesting how. I just do. What's going on? I see you in the building, Ignorant. Salute to you too. Right. Top of the top, sir. Folks be broke. And my whole thing is the reason why I want to highlight this because, yeah, you know about that shit on yeah, man. Like, it don't show me nobody's here, bro. It's like, I don't know. I don't know who's watching. I'm just going to do the show like I always do, right? So I appreciate you being here. I can see your comments pull up, but it don't show me nobody's in here. I want to pull up this video about Offset, man. I want to talk about image. I want to talk about what it is that we so-called call ourselves striving to be. See, there we go. It still says 0. What's going on? I see you in the building, beloved. What's up, sugars? How you feeling? But I really want to talk about this. I want to dig a little bit deeper into this whole concept of image and how we look at, celebrities and everything else. And what is it that we're really striving for? If you actually want to get out there and you want to do something like that, what is the reason why you're trying to do it is my point. See, for example, when I was doing music, I always said to myself, I want to do it because I actually want to be able to open up doors for other people. I actually just want to be able to display my talent. A lot of people nowadays want to actually become entertainers, rap artists, big moguls and stuff simply just to have attention brought to them. A lot of people just want an image. Folks have lost the true purpose and why we even get to that point. How you get all that money? I don't care about no book bag drives and stuff, man. Your label did that shit. I don't want to hear nothing about that, right? I don't want to hear nothing about you went to like a crackhead strip and was throwing $100 bills at pipe heads just for them to go buy more drugs with the shit. I don't want to hear nothing about that. What really are we doing with the money to build the community? You smell me now? But I want to pull this video up. Let's go ahead and look at this real quick, right? So I want to dive a little bit deeper into this whole thing with, you know what I'm saying? When I started off that day with Offset. And y'all forgive me, I don't know why. I have no clue as to why, but StreamYard has been an extreme D-head towards me lately. Extreme D-head towards me. Well, let's go ahead and let's look at this. All right, so apparently what we're looking at is a very, very vicious cycle of a gambling addiction. I want you to look at all this money. Before I even push play, right? Before I even push play, I just want you to just look at that. Now I want you to think in your head how many different things you can do to advance your life and other people's lives with that right there. Okay? Each stack is like 10. Now that's just some money. But let's see where all this bread is getting ready to go. Let's just look a little bit deeper into this because I find it fascinating. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 10:08
Fell asleep at the table with 250.
When listening to Offset's music or following him on social media, you're given the impression that he has all the money in the world. The reality is that there are several people that he owes a lot of money to.
Has $15,000 of her money.
Yeah, I need a little collateral.
So
I'm gonna throw a question out to the chat while we listen to this, right? I want to ask y'all just tell me, okay? The age-old question, if you actually got $1 million in your account right now, what is the first thing you do with that money? And if you did, second part, if you did get $1 million in your account, would you ever go broke again? Or would you know how to make sure that 1 turns to 2, that 2 turns to 3, so on and so forth? Let's keep on rocking out. Let's see what we got. Don't be shy. Type your comments down below.
Oh, we're definitely recording everything. We're definitely getting everything because we're gonna get this money.
I need it
for my money. I swung that 5. You know how I get. He gets popped. Not us two dicing each other. He gets popped straight to the casino. Goes not. He get another loan for like 2 bands.
Bad news for Offset. He's facing major financial troubles for his unpaid tax balance. They're saying it's past 2.3 million. Oh, man.
Leading many to conclude that Offset is actually broke. But to see how true this is, let's break down all these incidents, starting with the rapper who first fueled this narrative, Lil TJ.
Chatbots talk. Base 44 super agents work.
Oh, hold on.
And ready.
My bad, y'all. My bad. Let me go ahead and get past that part. Let's get right back to it. All right. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell y'all the stream, too. That broke.
In January of 2025, Lil TJ posted this screenshot of a fiery exchange of texts he had with Offset. TJ wrote, "Not gonna lie, I'ma slap the ish out of you." Offset called his bluff and told him to meet him in New York right now. TJ was in Miami and wrote, "I just want my 10." While streaming, TJ was asked why he dissed Offset and broke down exactly what happened.
I'll tell y'all a true story. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit in the casino. He was popped. He was panicking.
Now, let me ask y'all this, because you know one thing that I do know about is that they say gambling addiction is actually a real thing. So if a spouse, your wife or your husband, they have a gambling addiction, do you look at that as them just willfully doing something, or do you look at that truly as like, nah, that's like really truly like an addiction that people have, and that's something that's a sickness? Because an addiction is considered to be an ailment, believe it or not. It's classified that, right? So let's go ahead and just keep going. I be wondering little stuff like that.
He was asking random people for cash apps. He was broke. I don't know what happened. Nobody was answering his phone call. He popped, trying to run up, chasing. Must got a gambling addiction. And then says, yo, he just popped. He calling for cash apps in front of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first 5 I offered, I'm like, yo, you probably waiting for some bread. Wait for
Hold
my
on.
money.
One second.
I swung that 5, you know.
1 second. My bad. I didn't even see what's going on. Shout out to Trust in the building. Hey, how you feel? What she has a Donald Trump. Shut up, Ignorant. God, man, come on, Ignorant. Be serious, bruh. Damn. Who has a Donald Trump face? Who? Cardi? Who has a Donald? Oh, you talking about the white girl Selena Powell? You talking about Selena Powell? What she say? Let me see right here. Hold on. Pull this comment up. How do I pay for the ID? Rest my mic is muted. Oh, those are gonna be in like middle of this month coming up. Those are gonna be in like the middle of this month. I promise y'all. Listen, I'm one of the type of people. Once I get my load in, then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put them out once they're in my hands, because I don't like to do a whole bunch of getting people hype and seems like I wasn't a man about my word. I absolutely promise y'all, once I get that information, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be on it. So I got you. I promise you I got you. Because I got a few samples already. I'm gonna go ahead and display and advertise the, you know what I'm saying? You know the samples, but yeah, just be patient with me a little bit. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing a lot of things, like, after my pops passed, I just came from surgery yesterday, right? So my main focus right now, y'all, to be quite honest with you, is I'm focused on getting these microprocessor legs, you know what I'm saying? These K3s. So I had yesterday, in case y'all not hip, I went to surgery and I had a chip installed into the base of my brain. I don't know. Hopefully, I pray to God it's not the mark of the beast. But basically what it is that my legs are going to connect to my neurological senses. And how I think is how they're going to move. So I truly am going to become the bionic man. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I'm feeling right now a little bit. So, I came back from there. I was a little groggy, come on, you know what I'm saying? But it was a long ride. I had to go all the way from PG County to like Townsend out there in the Baltimore area, which is basically about I say about an hour and a half, 2-hour drive. That's how far from Baltimore I am. I'm not on the Baltimore side of Maryland. I'm on the DMV side. I'm closer to DC. So yeah. Oh yeah, best wishes. Oh no. In God's will, all I gotta do is just stay on the course. All I have to do is just stay on the course. That's all I have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's just stay the course. So and that's why I'm like, trust me, listen. So just so y'all know, I'm gonna be doing videos of like me putting them on, how they work, the functions. I'm gonna do whole vlogs about that. Don't worry. I want to get used to them first. I don't want to. I'm saying, like, I don't want to do that. I want to actually know what I'm doing with them. I want to learn more about them because they're high. They're high tech. If you just Google K3, K3 legs. I mean, you can see it for yourself. So I'll talk more about it and everything. But yeah, we on our way. Cyborg on his way. Cyborg from the Justice League on his way. He just grew his hair out in the beard. That's all. So, but yeah. So just know, only reason why I'm saying that is to say I got multiple things on my plate. My daughter just graduated. She's 18. She graduating. I just, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm doing the best that I can as a one-man band to go ahead. I don't have a big PR team. You know what I'm saying? It literally is Smitty. I am the executive producer. I am the co-host. I am the beat maker. I'm the music maker. I'm the everything. So I just wanted to throw that in there. All right. But let's go ahead and let's get back to this video though. So basically what we're talking about is the image of celebrities and being broke. You know what I'm saying? Like I find it fascinating because we will sit up here and say to each other who have decent degrees and hold on, let me, because my screen be freezing up on me. Y'all got comments coming and this shit moving slow. I don't know. I'm gonna get a new router put down here because you know what's wild? I know y'all can hear me clear, but everything else is like so shit getting on my nerves. It's getting on my damn nerves. I'm trying to take this damn comment down. Hold on once. I'm just trying to move on to comments and shit, and it's like it's acting gay. But but anyway, you know what I'm saying. Much respect. Hold on, let me do that right there. Bow. Nah, much respect. But let's go ahead and get back to it. Let's talk about this. Let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? Ignorant, I thank you. There we go. Ignorant being positive. That's what's up. Alhamdulillah. I appreciate you. Inshallah, man. You know, in God's will, everything's gonna be just fine. And last but not least on my news tea, as y'all would say, I like to call it news cocoa. Bump that shit. I like to get a little more strong with mine. So for my news cocoa, I gotta go. The rules of engagement of driving with hand controls. So what I'm doing is I'm having hand controls. Y'all can look that up too if you don't know about it. I'm gonna do a video about it and show y'all. Show you how other people do it. Some people actually just use, why is this goddamn thing? There we go. Okay. I'm going to get hand control. So basically, I don't drive and push the pedal. What I do is I'm going to be driving with my hands, like brake and gas is going to be by gas. I mean by like hand. So it's going to be a different feel. It's almost like I'm driving a tractor now. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a little, you know, it's like the fastest tractor that's legally made for the streets. So, but let's go ahead and get back to it though. Let me go ahead and pull this video up. Let's go ahead. Bow. Let's get back to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Hold on now. What is going on? There we go. The time right now is 10:19 a.m. East Coast Standard Time. I thank y'all for watching. Let's get back to it.
He gets popped. Not us two dicing each other. He gets popped straight to the casino.
Hold on. I am praying to the goodness of the heavens that I can, because I see you. I am praying to the goodness of the heavens. If I can make it to it. Let me see what we have right here. Shout out to folks in the building. Everybody, I would like to welcome Oh So Lovely, Oh So Beautiful. Y'all already know it's Miss Genesis. Oh.
Hey, sugars. Can y'all hear me? No?
Shit. Hello.
Hey, sugars.
There you go. Nah, man.
Say.
I don't know what it is. I'm going to look into a new router down here or something. I don't know what it is. It's been like extremely crazy. And I'm looking at it on my phone.
Because you're going in and out. So whatever you just said, we didn't hear you. And then earlier you were going in and out.
Damn, am I still going in and out? Hold on, wait 1 second.
No,
Look,
you're
I'm
good right now.
All right, but hold on. Listen, real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go out the studio and come right back in on a refresh. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be.
Hey, y'all. He'll be right back after these messages. We'll be right back. Boom. How y'all doing this morning? This grand rising.
How am I coming through?
You're good now.
All right. Yeah, sometimes I gotta do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do that. It'll keep you up there too, and it'll just refresh you, and you'll still be on the panel. Just will
for
blink.
real? How you do that? I just pushed the back arrow.
No, hit the little squirrely thing. That's the refresh circle.
Really?
Yeah, and if you're on the panel, it'll just blink. Like you won't hear nobody say anything for a minute, and nobody can hear you, and you'll blink, but you'll still be up
I
there.
didn't know
'Cause
that.
I refresh all the time, and I'll say it just in case, so that in case it pops me out, they'll see me pop off. Whoever's controlling the panel.
Okay.
So I'll just say, "Hey, I got to refresh real quick," and then you hit the button. And most of the time, everyone's talking; they don't even realize that you left and came back that fast.
Right.
But
Yeah, I
in
ain't
case
mad at you.
the panel, the host knows and see you pop out. If they see you pop out, they might drop you. So you'll be like, "Hold on, I'm just gonna refresh," and then you'll just stay on the panel. You'll
Right.
just blink.
Okay. Yeah, see, I mean, plus with this thing, StreamYard been changing and moving. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, now I tested it because it's not my internet. I have Xfinity for the record. I have the full package on Xfinity throughout the whole house. All right, from cable, phone. Yeah, still got a house phone, cable, phone, and internet. My shit's A1. When I do anything else on my computer, I do my music. I just look on YouTube. Even when I go to other people's shows, everything runs great. It's something about when I click StreamYard specifically, it just start acting like I'm in South Africa, and the lights go out
But
at
weren't
9.
who was that? You who we were talking about how it's connected to Google, and then how
Yeah.
that is
I need to
so that's
figure out
like
how to do
really
that.
behind it. That it's doing all this AI while you're trying to stream because it's connected to Google. So
That's just blowing me because it's
Yeah.
like really chopping my shit up. It's like slowing up. Like I can't play videos smooth how I usually do and everything. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's what I thought somebody kind of like deduced it to and said, "Hey, well, it seems like because it's connected to the
that
Google
was me.
AI thing." Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was
then,
me. That
yeah.
was me.
But if you look it up, the Google AI is like doing things while you're live. It's like pulling it's like pulling the things that your ads are. It's pulling keywords so that it can draw, hashtags and all that. It's doing this thing, and then it's also
What's it
retaining
called? I think it's like Google Streamworks or something. It's a specific
Streamlabs.
There it is, Streamlab. That Streamlab shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So, but if when it's connected to AI, it's doing all the keywords while you're talking. It's blocking videos. It's pulling up things. It's doing this AI behind the scenes.
So that's what keeps me buffering while it's doing
Buffering,
it.
yeah, and I think like when a lot of people are, especially like when a lot of people are online, you notice. Well, I mean, a lot of people are online, period. But if you notice, I guess, like especially when your algorithm gets like tripped up, you'll notice like it was something that you looked at, or somebody's video you viewed, whose video is viewing this content, and you like, I don't even watch. How is this content coming over into my algorithm? But it's when I looked into it, I said, the AI behind it was doing like pulling ads and all that shit. Yeah,
absolutely.
When you said it, I googled it and I was like, what the fuck?
Yep. I be looking into stuff. I see, I ain't the sharpest with it, but I at least know how to like acquire some information. See, the thing is, then
but that makes sense now. Like when you get monetized, all of a sudden ads that come into your page of what you guys been talking about.
Exactly.
As soon as you get monetized.
Man, I'll pull up something or one time, like, all right, for a small example, right? I don't know, popped up on my feed. I've saw the guy before. Some crazy white boy. Some of y'all may heard of him. Is a guy named Daniel Larson. I clicked on one video, just one video. Was about 7 minutes or 8 minutes or so. That shit has been coming through my feed. Larson in Oklahoma, Larson in California, Larson locked up. And I'm like, I just clicked on one video. God damn, I didn't mean for y'all to flood my shit with this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Even if you're on someone else's page, like the AI is picking up the keywords. Even if you're on Hey Toy, even if you're on and you click on someone else's page who's reviewing content and it has a link, to the original content, you'd be like, well, dang, I wasn't trying to watch, accidents on the side of the I-75 from here to Texas, but since we're here, I just watched one traffic stop, and then now all of a sudden, and it wasn't even via my content, it was via someone else's content. Crazy work. But I was just coming up here because I heard you talking. I saw you were live. I was coming to say, hey, Sugar. I don't know what you were exactly talking about, but I had to get the tea on the leg story.
I was talking about more of this with the Offset thing, man.
Mm.
Yeah, with him being broke, and I didn't know. So now I pulled up a second video that's got all these people talking about how he was just like raindrops, drop top is
Hmm.
calling and asking people for money.
Yeah, because wasn't the infamous day over gambling, shooting dice
That's what it's about.
outside?
Yeah,
Yeah,
gambling. Yeah.
so I mean, we're not, we're not out of the realm of what happened. Kind of makes
Yeah,
sense.
but
I mean, to a degree, like, but you shouldn't be broke. But that's that misconception that you think you have a quote unquote record deal. I have a contract. I have it in my possession. Well, I used to have it in my possession. I still may have it. Where my ex-boyfriend, my ex-dude, got a 360 deal, and he was so confused, and I'm like, okay, he remembered I used to deal with Jagged Edge, and did with the Baby Boy soundtrack and all the movie soundtracks and stuff. And he was like, so you might know more. This is again a testament to when y'all call on us, because y'all realize we have a better better mind wrapped around this subject. And it's just so crazy because of the dynamic of the relationship. He was so abusive, right? But then again, he needed me, which is always crazy. But yeah, he
so
was.
what do you mean by that part? Like,
because it's like you guys, it's not saying you, but sometimes you men are like super.
I know you mean in general. I know you mean.
Yeah,
in general.
sometimes men are very ungrateful with, and then they don't, they want to be the leader, but then to find out that you aren't the leader in this area, right? It's crazy. And it's like the humility. Not every man knows how to just, like I told you, like one of my exes, his parents, they were glad to pass the buck on to the other person, because they were like, oh, I don't know about fixing cars. That's my husband's area. And you ask the husband about, what temperature the steak got to be at, or how much eggs and whipped cream to put into the banana pudding or whatever, or bake a cake, and he'd be like, oh, that ain't me. And it wasn't just gender role type of things. It would be something like you ask someone about a history or an event that happened, and he's the historian of the family, and she is he's a singer. He knows about music, so you can ask him about a C flat or A sharp. So she would be happy to pass that and say, you know what? Hey, that's not my lane. Go ask Smitty about that. Oh, that's not my lane. Go ask Genesis. Where now, fast forward, some of the men are so tight that they're not even okay. They're not able to settle in that mind of, that's not my forte. That's
like,
just not my judge.
Yeah, like, I was speaking about that last night. I don't know if you caught whiff of it or not on Drip Show, but that's exactly where I am, and shout out to Drip and Nika. Yeah. I was speaking about how there's just certain things, like watching my mother and father. They just, like, my dad just knew what my mother's strengths were. So whenever they had something that was my mom's strength, like, Pop stepped back. Like, nah, man, let my wife do her thing. Like, he ain't got nothing to say. He ain't because see, the biggest setup that I believe has happened with us as men is that we have been fed this, like, BS, and I'm calling it BS.
What was that?
Narrative. Yeah, it's this BS narrative that we're supposed to be the leader in every single function of the household. Bruh, it's gonna be some stuff your woman know better than you. And so when you put that type of pressure on yourself, you know what it ultimately does? It just makes you look like you're not capable of leading, when whole time you are, but lead in the categories of the relationship in which your strengths are in.
Oh, right, because you guys were talking about the kids at 7 years old or 8 years old going to be having a male influence. That is literally a woman realizing that she cannot raise a boy to be a man. And it's so crazy that everybody pushed back, people push back on it. But that is literally her realizing, taking accountability that she cannot raise a boy to be a man. You need to go be with your daddy. Like the little video of the boy that the mama walked in the kitchen and the boy's putting a hot dog in his butt. She said, pull your pants up and go to your daddy's house right now. Don't press go. Don't step on go. Get the fuck out. She said, get the fuck out, but she said, go to your daddy's house, because you gonna keep putting hot dogs in your pants fucking with me because I'm your mama. So go to your daddy's house and send him to
I've been really like thinking over that and questioning that whole ideology. A woman can't. Again, I give the examples, right? I know plenty of homeboys of mine who grew up in a single mother household, and what they are today awesome dads who lead their household in the function in which they lead it in. My point in saying that is that I'm not saying that a woman can raise a man to be a man. What I am saying is that it's a certain instinct that comes into us as little boys. When you, especially you as the woman, like you being our sole provider and everything, it's something about that just ignites a certain innate response to want to protect. So actually, you do get the sense of protection just a little bit more because you do find yourself, as say you're the older brother, mom, and 3 little sisters. You got to step up. Where I will say that the whole man aspect comes in is like, let's say, response to crisis. Yeah, you know, if mom is most, oh my God, it's a mouse. You not supposed to be, oh my God, it's a mouse. Nah, you supposed to be like, hold on, wait a minute, with a broomstick. Let me go get this slipper. Let me go ahead and set up some, hold on. Nah, matter of fact, mom, I got it. I done looked up real quick. Let me just set up these traps. Don't worry.
Right, but where did you learn?
Get it.
That's what they're saying. That's what they were saying. Not to kind of derail into that conversation. That's what some people were saying. I mean, and that's what we've kind of been like crusted around believing, for a long time. That the dad is the one that gives you that infamous strength and courage, and the dad is the Wizard of Oz that gives you the the Cowardly Lion is courage. He gives gives you your heart. He tells you you, because even though the mom is never, apparently we've seen this happen because we see boy moms, and we see the moms grow up, and then the men are just, because not all the men are turning out like to say, like how you're saying, that role for somebody that takes the initiative. Because I'm telling you, as a firstborn girl, there's so many of my peers that were like, forget my sisters and brothers, I'm not my kids, I'm going to live. And so they're that older kid, they're that older brother who is I'm going to live my life because I've had to be bogged down with you guys my whole entire life. Like, what are you saying? Now, you do have the other big brothers and sisters who say, it's been my responsibility. My mom told me, Smitty, as a firstborn, it is your sibling duty. Just because you gave birth to other people and made me not the only child no more, it's now my job. So some can take that and be like, F this family, and that's why they're this oldest that kind of stays away, and the rest of the family gels together. And we see that all the time. Tyler Perry made a movie about it, right? The oldest daughter came back, that was Vanessa Williams. And she's the successful one that jumped away, and then when they come down to the family reunion or the dinner on Sunday night, she confesses and tells everyone, I left because I had to deal with you guys my whole life. I couldn't be myself. So not everybody takes that role of being the head of the household when you're the head of the oldest boy or oldest girl.
I just
a lot of that time is a different lifestyle that you choose, because you don't want to be around these people that you are forced to be around because someone told you that's your job in real life.
Much respect to that, beloved. I just want to go ahead and just briefly break down what I believe mother was and what most of us say, and he's specifically saying about the obligation part. Is the obligation part is more so your family is all you have. Like at least it's supposed to be that way. Just like a tribe of lions or apes or whatever, or anything else, bears or anything, you know what I'm saying? Like your village, your tribe is all you have. And so I do honestly believe that now maybe she didn't word it the right way, and maybe she made it sound like you're supposed to take care of them. Like, nah, I do believe that we are supposed to look out for each other as family. I mean, considering, it's not somebody that's just abusing that privilege. We all know about the drug addict. Like, nah, nigga, I ain't giving you no money. I don't want to hear shit about help the family shit. We all know about those stories. I'm talking about regular, just, you know what I'm saying? You my brother, you my sister, you my uncle, mom, cousin, whoever, grandma, grandpa. Like, I do believe in family unity and dynamic strongly. I'm a very strong family oriented individual. I'm not about individualism when it comes to like your bloodline, but I also recognize, to land it, Jen, is that there is a difference between relatives and family. Family is based upon bond more so than blood. relatives is strictly blood. I can have a bloodline tie with you, but I don't have no bond with you. So you just a relative. My family, that's who I click with. That's who I know I can depend on, and they can depend on me. And sometimes
Right,
that,
but by that definition, family is anybody
and
that doesn't. That's
right,
anybody.
Hold on. Watch. Because that's what I was saying to Landed. That's why I said not based upon blood more than bond. So a lot of times those family members can turn around and be somebody like you, whoever, somebody I met out in the world. That's more family to me than an actual blood relative. So I get you on that, right? But I do believe to Landed in the unity of family. I do. We too divided now.
So to round your point around 27% of Americans are estranged from at least one family member. Now, going forward, we go into this new thing where adult children go no contact. 80% of that, 80% are due to, of course, anything like, there's always going to be emotional abuse because, again, you telling your oldest child it's their job to help the family, and then that's why you end up seeing a lot of these situations where the child moves the family in, or the oldest one lives with the family to help take care of the family. So some people, there's a percentage, it's like a small percentage of people who never get out that rut. They never get away from it, and we see it in Tyler Perry movies all the time. We see it in due to cinema that shows us that it's that one person that's just been devoted to mama, and then they look up and they realize, and mama's on her deathbed, and she says to that one child, go on and live your life now, I'm okay. Because guess what's been happening? That one child has not been living their life because they've been taking care of the family. Because somewhere down the line, they were told they have to take care of the family. Not where it's an earned obligation, where they earn and they feel like I'm doing well, I can do something for my family now. Where they have now, every decision is including, how am I going to take care of my family? Even at a young age, at 16, that's why you have people pride and they pop their collar. I was 16, I had a job, I was paying bills at home, right? So it's not a flex as much as it is as a trauma, something that, a post-traumatic, something. But to say 80% cite that emotional abuse, manipulation, which means that's that mama where you can't tell the son can't tell the mama no, never, because she always gonna make him feel guilty. In her mind, Smitty, she's as sweet as mama ever. But she says, come on, Smitty, now mama can't come up and down them steps now, Smitty. Now you should have moved into a house where that was flat, where mama can walk up and down these walls and come help take care of you, Smitty. Now guess what you end up doing? Moving. And it's not that mama said, get the fuck up and move. It's just that mama manipulated you and you grown as hell, but mama lived with you because she been manipulating you. That's where that's coming from. Or they have ongoing boundary violations. Well, I've experienced that where it's like, okay, I told you kind of like chill. I'll get with y'all when I want to come see you. But because you live down the street, you're going to be at my door every 5 minutes. And that's that mama, right? That's them parents. That's them family members. Like, you live here. That's why folks get the hell out the state. Right? They move all the way across this country to go to college when they get grown, because of that 80% of people who are literally, it's literally considered adult children that go no contact with their family. And then typically it's not the middle child, it's usually the oldest, because of all the pressure that they've endured the entire time they've been alive. Because remember, everybody else comes after them, especially the ones that have stair-step siblings. My closest sibling may be 5 years away, or 4 years away. But then you got siblings that's 18 months, 2 years. You got ghetto twins. You got another whole sister the same age as you. Like, some of it's more than what you think.
You said 5 years away, like that's space travel.
My brother was 5 years. He was a baby, and I was like the old kindergartner.
Nah.
Like 5 years from now.
No, I'm saying it's the way you worded it. Like 5 years away. Like you got it. Like it's gonna take 5 years to get to his planet. That's a way.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, because that's how it would feel sometimes.
That was pretty funny.
That's how it would feel sometimes. You like, he's a whole alien. Like, he's a boy. I'm a girl. What are you talking about? What am I supposed to do with this? He's got a wee-wee, and every time I change his diaper, he sprouts like a water fountain. What is this? You know, and I was cool. My sisters was born, but my brother was born. I was like, "What is this? Can you take him back? Do you have the receipt?" I didn't ask for a boy. So yeah, he was a whole 5 years away, 4 years away. I was in kindergarten. He was a baby. I'm in 5th grade. He's a kindergartner. He's still
I got
peeing
you,
on
Riaz. I
himself.
got you, Riaz.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, dude, control your bladder. You keep crying every time the lights go out. I'm a whole 5th grader. I'm grown.
Okay.
Nah,
Wait, I was gonna say.
Riaz, respect to you. I wanted to greet you first. How are you, Riaz? You know,
I'm doing good
mashallah,
though,
I'm
man.
glad you're here.
I'm amazing
Good,
though. Yeah,
okay.
I feel you. Wait, can I tell you
Yeah,
this though? What if I told you though, Jen, though, that basically my dad said to both my siblings that they have to look out for me. I'm the oldest sibling, but he told both my younger siblings to look out for me because you know I'm neurodivergent, right? So in that case, though, what you think of that?
That means you have big little sisters and brothers. I have a big little sister. She looks out for me, even though she's younger than me, and she's bigger, taller than me. So she like
Yeah,
is like
but
she's like my
okay,
big sister out in the world, even though she's younger than me.
okay, yeah,
So
but
yeah,
also,
it works, Riaz.
okay,
Let
that's
them do
good
it.
though.
They want to do that. They want to take care of you. My sister, I'm grown.
I
I'm an
look
adult.
out for them too.
But
I have to look. I look out for them too, but actually, though, they have to look out
yes,
for
they
me the
have to look
most.
out for you. Yeah, and I
But the
know how it
most,
feels because they want
yeah.
to
But
do
then
it.
sometimes, though, I feel like. Can I be real though? Sometimes I feel like my sister, right? Basically, yeah, she looking up for me. Yeah, she doing it. But then sometimes I feel like she's bossy.
Of course, because girls are bossy. Us women's are bossy. Get used to it. What are you talking about? Your mom's
I'm
bossy. Your mom tell
no,
you
but
something and you
the
know
diff.
she's not. She's bossy. She can't be
No,
because
that's
women.
different though.
No. Wait,
We
real quick,
are.
real
No,
quick, and
that
then
is
y'all. No,
true
hold
though.
on, Riaz,
We
and
are
then y'all.
bossy.
Hold on, y'all get right back to it. I just want to throw this in from my personal
He
observation.
calls me
Women are.
arrogant.
Hold on, Riaz. From my and y'all to get
Continue.
back to it. From my personal observation, women are not bossy more so than honestly the princess queen entitlement, and that can come off as bossy. I believe it's the you know that you're supposed to do this for me and do that and blah blah. You know what it says about men in leadership and their X, Y, and Z. I
Right, but
digress.
that's
The mic
his
is muted.
sister.
That's
Yeah,
all.
but I
That's all.
still love her
Talking about
though.
his sister's like a second mom. Usually the sisters, when they're bossy, they're
No,
like mom number 2.
no, my second mom is my auntie.
Oh, see, that's even
Nah,
My
all right.
sister is somebody who actually cares for me and looks out for me. But you know what it is, though? Can I keep it real with you? Sometimes I tell my sister I know better than her, and she says, "Yeah, you do." But in some cases, though, I feel like you're arrogant. I'm like, okay, I am arrogant to a certain degree. I'll admit that. But I say it's love, though. It's more like normal sibling rivalry type thing. Like, I still love and I care for her, even if she, looks out for me. And I try to do the exact opposite. Even my own dad calls me out for it. It's just, though, why are you doing that? Literally calls me out for that. I mean, of course, I get she's trying to help, but then sometimes, though, I'm getting that, man. I'm older, so that type of thing. Well, actually, the reason, though, my dad connects with my brother the most is because he's the middle child, though. So the first is his sister. His sister was born. That's his sister, and then it was him, and then his brother, though. So basically, my dad's more closer to my brother and my sister. That's the type of it. Of course, he's nice and all of that, and in certain aspects. I'm more closer to my mom, That's just how it is.
All right. I met 3 out of 4 of my grandparents, right? So the only one I missed was my dad's father, Granddad Nicholas. That was the only one I missed. But I met my mom's dad and father, granddad, and grandmother, and I met grandma.
Okay.
Yeah, on my father's side.
Okay.
More than anything, what I've peeped is, that I guess I'm kind of getting what you're saying, Riaz. That family dynamic. Out of everybody that I met, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a connection that I realized that was all the way there. Hold on 1 second. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and bring somebody up to the stage. Everybody welcome my big man. Big Dog in the building. What's going on with you, brother?
Man, what's going on, Smitty? How y'all doing? How y'all doing this morning?
Man,
I'm chilling, bro. I'm
I
just chilling, man. Just
feel
enjoying my
pretty good,
time off.
Black. Yeah.
Did you hear me bark at you?
Hey, Genesis, how you doing?
No,
Y'all didn't hear me just bark just now? I said big dog. Woo, woo.
I mean, you know, big dogs don't hear chihuahuas.
That's what I'm about to say, man. I'm a Wawa. She a Chihuahua.
You know what I'm saying? Big dogs don't hear
I'm not saying
chihuahuas.
that as well. No, you're not just saying that. I'm already used to it, though. I mean, I'm probably used to that for years, though. I'm like 24, so I'm already used to that, though. The difference between my mom and my sister, she's my mom, though, so it's different, though, you know? That it's at the same. It is the same, of course, but the only difference between my mom and my sister is she's my mom, though. So I'm gonna feel different, though. If my sister, it's just more like it's that normal sibling thing that you get going on.
Man, I agree, but it's so much stuff that my mom could not get my sisters to do that I just stepped in and was like, "Get the fuck off the chair," and they did it.
So real
They
quick,
was not
all right?
listening to her. Go ahead.
Now that we're all here, you know what I'm saying? You know, we got a nice little panel. All right, everything going. All right, so on the actual topic, which I actually, Big Dog, since you just came in, you can go ahead and respond first, sir. Maybe you know somebody that has this issue, or maybe you know about it yourself. The first question I want to ask to get back to the topic is this: gambling. They actually have GAA classes, gambling anonymous classes, right? Do you see gambling as just a free will of being irresponsible, or is it an actual addiction just as much as drinking and smoking?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
we're
one.
gonna go to Big Dog, Jen, and Riaz. Let's go.
I think every addiction is free will, because ain't nobody putting ain't nobody forcing you to do anything. That's just something it started off as just something to relax, wind down or whatever the case may be, but then it's the rush of doing certain things that turn it into an addiction, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
Well, Big Dog, you know what? They say the same thing about, from what I hear, crack cocaine and all kinds of stuff, man. They chasing that first high again. Man, you went to that casino, or you went to your local convenience store and you hit that scratch off for 500. Now you in there every day, every payday for hours. You done see them in there. The old heads that just lean on the counter.
My mom-in-law, my mom-in-law, she goes to the corner store every day getting scratch offs because she been hit a couple of times. So yeah, I see.
So is that really free will, or is that truly just as an addiction? But you did give your answer. You see it more as free will, right? Okay.
Yeah, but I really see it like this too, though. Is that we like gambling. People in general, we like to gamble. We like to look at shit and say, all right. Like we'll look at shit and say, all right,
hold on. Let him finish. Go ahead, Big Dog.
Like we'll roll the dice on shit just to see is it gonna pay out or not. You know what I'm saying? So if just like in relationships, we do more gambling than actually real research. Because we hoping that this dude that we find attractive, or this lady we find attractive, we hoping that if things will work out without us really doing real research, but we knowing that it might not work out because of lack of research. So, but we're willing to take that chance just to see if it's gonna hit, just like with anything else.
Okay. All right. So basically, you think we go into it with not enough knowledge of how it works more than anything?
Yeah, because when you think about it, more people will go to the casino or go to the corner store, get a scratch off to risk their money than go really invest in the stock market.
You know something? Because I'm going to pull the video back up. We're going to finish out on this video. You know what I'm saying? Nice little time frame. While
Sorry, your mic cut out for a moment.
Yeah, you
were
talking
about Offset. Oh shit. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
you now, but earlier, I hear you. You're better now, but earlier when you were trying to speak, you got cut off.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. Thank you. Now, so my whole thing is we're going to finish looking at some of this video, because my whole thing is I want, before we get to Jen, and I want you to answer the question I asked, is, gambling really a choice or is it an addiction? And I'm looking at Offset. So I usually would think that most people would gamble because they don't have much and they want to make it into something. See, the part where I can actually somewhat get where Big Dog is coming from is because this man had more than enough to feed like millions of households, and he squandered it away. What's the point of you gambling if you already have it? I thought gambling was to win the money. If you already have the money, anyway. Jim, what you got for that? Y'all see where I'm at? Like,
right? But what part are you talking about?
All right, so the part I'm talking about is gambling a choice, or is it truly something that can be considered an addiction just as much as drinking and smoking? Just like
so stop there and unpack that part on everybody's opinion on, or their opinion plus facts, right? Because there's facts that back up, there's facts that back up what Big Dog is saying, and then there's facts, right, that present all together, that say that it is an addiction, because by definition addiction is something that you have is habit forming, right? It's something that has substitute a void or a loss or a hole or something, right? So we can easily just say some people have I'm not saying, because I was in the military, so don't shoot me, y'all, whoever's listening, but just like I guess when soldiers come back from that, having that PTSD moments, whatever they experience out there, and they come back, not all of them turn to drugs, right? Some of them do turn to other avenues where it does become an addiction. Some of them turn to corn, some of them turn to self-gratification, some of them turn to alcohol, some of them turn to gambling, because they're looking to feel that whatever
food addiction. Like, do you really say that person, now you just choose to be fat, or is food,
or are they cannot? They're
really
exactly. To say it on the extreme on the other end, like a soldier or someone who experienced a trauma, and then they go into a spiral of something else. I mean, not to bring Smitty into it, but you could have easily went into a different level of addiction because of your trauma. You could have said, "Hey, these medication make me feel good," or you could have been overweight. You could have substituted that with food. You could have substituted that with, But unfortunately, sometimes that addiction, even because it's something that you draw habit to, that's where people get, and it's almost sick to say, but that's when people get extra super positive, because that's what they're getting addicted to. They're not going to let no one, and then we want to look at that and say, oh, they have such a great attitude, they have such a positive outlook, but they're literally addicted to being that right now, because that's and for the sake of saying that is something that is I think it's transferable more so than curable, right? Because people go to whatever anonymous, they sit in those groups and they sit and go through those anonymous detoxes and everything, and just like we said earlier about the about that having that emotion that you want to self-gratify, right, by doing something good that makes you feel good. You're going to replace that once was a negative feeling with this positive feeling, because that's what they kind of in layman's terms give you an alternative in therapy. They say, okay, instead of going to the casino, take your dog for a walk. So now that one casino addiction, that one gambling addiction now is a weight workout lifting addiction. I'm addicted to working out, even though I'm looking at a positive reaction. I feel good, my body's good, but then we see all the way extreme of that, right? So I feel like it's not something that's like all the way a choice. I think the choice was to put something in that place of wherever that hurt or whatever that trauma was, and then what you put in place, because an addiction is a monster by itself. It's an animal by itself. It's an addiction. It's a monkey on your back his only job is to stay on your back. It's no other way to explain addiction, because even if it's a good addiction, I'm addicted to, we saw when we watched TLC, My Crazy Addictions. I'm addicted to eating cardboard. I'm addicted to sniffing cleaning solution, right? Y'all saw that one on my page. I'm addicted to
eating chalk and toilet paper.
Eating chalk and toilet paper. So we can't say that the choice was to put something in that place that I feel lonely, so I started eating cardboard.
I think that's more of a disorder. I can't now
that I got alcohol, now that you got drugs, now that you got gambling, where all that has destroyed everybody's family.
I cannot put the Ajax lady with. I can't put the lady that likes to eat Ajax on her tongue.
It's the same exact thing.
No. You licking Ajax off your hand like a pixie stick does. I can't. Nah, that's not the same as a gambling or smoking or drinking, or you know what I would put in that? You know what I would wonder about that? Okay, let's say a nympho, sex
How is
addiction.
no sin greater than any other in God's eye? But we're gonna divide.
No. We're not gonna do that, Jen. We're not gonna.
We're not gonna divide addiction.
We're
And
not
addiction
gonna
is just that. Whatever you
we're
are,
not gonna do that, Jen. Come on
we
now.
can't. We're not gonna sit here and segregate addictions, because an addiction by itself is whatever it is that you got on you. Whether it's you sniffing Ajax or you spending too much money and you broke. Because some people that do that, what we're talking about, are broke because they could have just sniffed some fucking Ajax and been had their money. But see, those people are broke too.
What's up, Smith?
I'm just telling you, go look at the overall spectrum. That's you asking my opinion, and that's what I got to say.
Hold on. Matter of fact, real quick. Riaz, let me let you get in there too, because you know what I'm saying. You know, I ain't forgot about you. All right, the young OG. All right, what you got to say about it so far? Because after you, big dog, I want to hear what you got to say behind this nonsense that Jen is talking about right now.
You can say it's nonsense. That's crazy. It makes for good content.
Okay, could you ask the same question again? Ask the same question. Oh, sorry. You can ask the same question again, so then I can actually have an idea of what to say. Hey, could you ask the same question again?
Basically, would you look at somebody who eats chalk and toilet paper in the same category in addiction as somebody who has a heroin or alcohol addiction?
Wow. Actually, though, when you mentioned about the gambling bit, though, bro, if you ask me, when you asked about when I actually heard about when you mentioned gambling, I consider that more of an addiction, though, because one actually goes into your impulses as well. Because look, you start, with the adrenaline of basically, like, you start when you win, that adrenaline rush literally kicks in, and the more and more you do it, the more and more you get hooked, and it slowly starts to ruin your life. Financial
facts.
That is why gambling is considered haram, basically, for a specific reason.
Thank you, Riaz, right there. Thank you. So, Jen, in a nutshell, what Riaz just said is, I totally agree with Smitty 100%. Being weird has nothing to do with an addiction. Thank you, Riaz.
That is not what he said.
Yes, it is. That's what he said.
It is.
I'm going home. I'm taking my ball and going home. I'm out of here, y'all.
It is. It is, but I've phrased it different. But yes. Wait, you're the
all an addiction is an addiction. By definition, that's crazy. So you're gonna change the addiction. So we're gonna change the word. So as long as if I go spend all my money, what does this say here? By definition, if I go spend all my money, by definition, I'm gonna have a compulsive chronic need for a habit-forming substance or behavior that has physical, harmful, and psychological and or social effects. It leads to withdrawal symptoms or substance or behavior abuse, and it can manifest in various forms, including substance addiction, drugs, alcohol, non-substance addiction, gambling, shopping. So all that's underneath the definition of addiction. But for this conversation, we're going to say it's not.
It is. I'm not denying.
You got it. No. Wait. Real quick, Riaz. You got a point right there, Jen. You got a point.
Just for this conversation, we'll say, guess what? If you're a gambler,
you got a point.
You got a problem. But if you eat baking soda and you don't have a problem, you just stupid. And you spend all the money in the family.
No,
and y'all
okay.
broke,
Wait.
Then you got a problem. But if you snort coke, then you're just.
Okay, so listen, because this is what's really all right where I am, and I don't know if anybody feel the same way. Where I am is what then we have to see. I'm like, we got to differentiate. I don't think we should make synonymous disorder, right? You got a disorder, and
it becomes addiction. That though. So you have a gambling disorder because of your
gambling addiction. Nobody calls it that.
It does.
Nobody calls it the A.
Let's
go ahead, Jen. I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm just go ahead. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No. I'm sorry, beloved. My bad. Go ahead. Let me hear you out. I apologize. That's my fault.
No, go to Big Dog. He got something to say. I ain't
go ahead, Big Dog.
All I'm about to say is that the number one addiction right now in 2026 is attention.
Oh, I
social
thought you was
media.
gonna say
It's social
sugar. I
media.
thought you was gonna say sugar.
No, it's social media.
Nah,
You're
it
right.
is clout.
You're kind of right though. I'll probably confess to that. I'll probably confess that I got phone addiction.
Yeah, so there you go. It's like everybody. I don't care if you a big content creator, small content creator, or casual, or whatever the case may be. Everybody addicted to attention right now. You know what I'm saying?
You got.
I was gonna say today, yeah, I'll
By
confess
definition,
that I got phone addiction.
hold on, here we go. I got you right here. By definition, y'all, it's just so we could just Google it and find out. We can make sure that we're all on the same page. So
Go ahead,
again,
Jen.
by
You got it.
definition, all that stuff is considered to be an addiction, right? If whether it be because you like to spend money, you like to go shopping. I have clean homes, you guys, where there's Amazon boxes of the same exact thing that's in their house on the shelf. So that means they're hoarding, right? Hoarding is an addiction. There's 45 bottles of Clorox. There's 17 bottles of Pledge. There's like 35 boxes of garbage bags. Like they're literally, that's like something's wrong, right? I've cleaned a home where there's cat feces on the counter and they won't put the food away because they're addiction.
Were they white? Were they white? Real quick.
Some of them were.
Were they white?
Yeah, I mean, I went to a black lady house
Here we
and
go.
it was she can't clean the kitchen to save her life, but I got you.
Here we go.
So I'm just saying that because the addiction by itself is that's why it's a monkey on your back, and whatever it is that you are compulsive and have a chronic need for a habit forming behavior or substance, whether you need this oxy to make it through the day, whether you need this, you need to do this 3 or 4 times a day because it's a behavior with you in your left and right hand. Whatever it is, that thing is an addiction. Now, y'all sat here and said, no. But yes, an addiction can become a disorder because now it moves into the category where it's really changing how you operate in its entirety. Like a disorder becomes like to where you have where you're sticking your brain is now you taking so many drugs because you're addicted to it, to where your brain, that synapse never got fixed. It broke and it never got fixed. So now you have a disorder because of it. So yes.
You got a point there. You got a point there.
People who snort so much coke where they have rhinoplasty, so they can't breathe. Right? They snorted so much they've damaged the addiction, the habit created a disorder, which is actually a disorder when your nose has been disintegrated and you can't breathe up in there. You need help, surgery and shit.
Jen,
so that's all I'm saying.
I was gonna say this quick. I was gonna say, Jen, I kind of see where you're getting at though. You have a valid point. I'm not gonna deny that. I'm just saying though, basically, that if you don't, when it comes to gambling, though, I feel like it's wrong paid, though, but people just choose to do it, though. Make sure to manage it moderately, though, because if you don't, it'll become chronic, and it can ruin your life.
Yep.
But if you ask me, in my opinion, I think gambling is wrong, period, though. If you ask me, in my opinion, that is probably based on what I was raised on and what I believe, but not everyone sees it that way. So I can see it from their perspective. At the same time, I'm still going to see it the way I see it.
And look at, remember, who was that? Halle Berry, who was that? Big Dog, Eric Benet? And she got with him because he was a what? A sex addict.
Yes.
So his disorder, his addiction, fucked his whole life up because can't nobody woman stay with him as fine as he is because he just got what he's like a borderline between that and a nympho because a nympho will fuck anything. So a sex addict only wants coochie or penis.
Yeah, that is equally like that. I kind of get you on that aspect though.
I'm addicted to Big Dog Parkin's voice.
Hold on.
I'm addicted to your country accent. Keep talking.
Yeah, let Big Dog get in there real quick.
Okay.
You got Big Dog. What you got? Real quick, because
I like that. I'm addicted to that country sound. Go ahead and say something. I ain't listening no way. Just talk.
No. You good. After Big Dog, I'm just saying we're gonna get to the video. Go ahead, Big
Dog. I was about to ask Genesis what she's addicted to, but I see now what she's addicted to. So we can go on to the video.
Let's go ahead and get it. So listen, we're listening to more about Offset's gambling addiction, and I just want y'all to tell me, how much do you feel like this is a real addiction? Is it free will? Did he just blow the bag? Like, y'all say whatever you need to say. Let's rock out. Let me know when to pause it. I can hear you. Let's rock out.
Casino goes not.
The big takeaway from this conversation was that Offset supposedly had a serious gambling addiction, to the extent that he was asking for money from random people.
He got another loan for like 2 bands. I don't even take my loan. I'm like, that's Offset. I'm good on my
raindrops. Drop top.
money. I'm not even worried about the. God, mad,
Like-
but I definitely run off for 5.
That's another rap artist. I forgot his
like
name.
the person's name is random, or he just was like calling up people that he don't really know and
No,
saying,
no,
"Hey,
no. I don't know. I don't know who this guy is exactly. It's in the beginning of this. I don't want to rewind it or whatever, but maybe they'll say his name again because
I think he just saying random people, because I was listening to something last night about
Yeah.
Quavo got issues with money.
Man, see, there you go, right there. And listen, and hold on, and where did Offset pass away? At a damn gambling game.
That would take off.
Come on now.
That would take off. That's what I was saying.
I mean, take off. No, my bad. Thank you. Take off. I meant to say.
He's like, I'm alive.
All right, yeah. Take off. My bad. I misspoke. Let's go ahead and get back to it. Let's listen real quick. Let's let it play.
Wait, the one who got the most addiction to gambling is Mayweather. He's hooked to that.
I believe that.
That's a fact. But I want to
literally, like, you know, he made like millions / billions of dollars, but he basically, you know, he spends it a lot on gambling because he got that addiction, and that's why he always has to come back to fight to make more money because he's hooked to it.
Facts. Okay, now Riaz, I appreciate that. The young OG in the building. Let's go ahead and get back to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now was 11:08 a.m. East Coast Standard Time on this beautiful Tuesday spring afternoon morning. Let's go.
Bands out of that. He pops for the next band. He get 2 bands. He get a band from a random lady. I swear to God, I don't know who it was. He's like, yo, thanks, ma. He pops that. Throw another 5.
And I think I'm starting to pick up when he said he pops that, as in he blew that shit. He got
blew
1,000.
it, yeah.
Yeah, he blew it.
Right,
He blew it.
right. He blew
Got 1,000, blew it. He got another 1,000, blew it.
I picked up on that. Okay.
So I see like 13 bands in loans. I don't know who got paid back that day. You feel me? Bro, where's my mother that ducked me for so long, boy? And mind you, I'm 23, and this is Drop Top, Cardi B husband.
By March, TJ clearly had not been paid back and posted on Instagram, "I can never be broke like Set running off making smoke over lunch money. I'ma have to smoke on 100 streams for it to get to all that." Offset responded to this with, "Let's hit it on live. I'll fly to you. This ain't gonna stop your fell off allegations." So TJ argued that Offset was broke, while Offset claimed that TJ was clout chasing. Another interpretation could be that Offset had finessed TJ. What TJ got wrong was that Offset was Cardi B's husband. This was no longer the case, and during what is their ongoing divorce proceedings, another story came out which further fueled the narrative that Offset was broke.
So TMZ exclusively broke a story that Offset is asking for spousal support in his divorce from Cardi B. So they say that the rapper filed an amended divorce response earlier this month, and he is now asking that Cardi B pay him spousal support. He does not request a specific amount in the documents.
And this was a move that raised a lot of eyebrows.
But I don't understand why men need spousal support. Because what are you using the money for? If the man had primary custody of the kids, then I would understand. But then in that case, it would just be child support. But I don't understand what do you need spousal support?
But once again,
do you all agree with that? Let's talk about that real quick. A man asking for spousal support from his wife. Let's go ahead and start off with the actual married man in the building. What you got to say about that, big dog?
I mean, me and my wife be bullshitting about that shit when we be playing. You know, I say that a lot. Shit like, if we ever get a divorce, you know, I'm gonna hit you up for spousal support, and shit like that. But nah, in reality, it's like, why? If you ain't like, all right, let's say Britney Spears and Kevin Federline situation. Kevin Federline had the kids. So it's like, if I got custodian, if I got the kids and I'm in the weaker position, Yeah, hit me with spousal support. You know what I'm saying? Because if a female, because most of the time.
Wait, real quick, big dog. When you say weaker position, are you strictly
No, that's
talking
not even
about?
grounds for it though. That's
No, wait.
but-
Hold on, Jen. I got you, beloved, because you next. It's in order. I got you. You next. All right. So hold on. When you say the weaker position, are you talking about financially?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Respect to that. Go ahead. Keep on rocking out.
Yeah, so when you're in the weaker financial position, let me clear that up for Genesis. Let me clear that up. When you're in the weaker financial position and your whole life is based on the breadwinner taking care of you, just like when women say this shit, like they gave up everything to be the housewife and raise the kids and all that type of shit. But then when shit go wrong and they go to divorce, now the breadwinner don't want to give up no money to a person that you actually told to stay at home and do everything. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, if Offset, you supposed to be the trapper, you supposed to be the D-boy, you supposed to be all this right here, and then you going through whatever with Cardi B. Mind you, whatever you going through with Cardi B, you brought upon yourself because you couldn't keep your dick in your pants.
Mm-hmm.
And now when it's like she through with you, she's done, she ready to go on about her business. Now like, well, she made more money than me, she need to take care of me, but you ain't got the kids. She got the kids and the bread. So what is you getting from her? Or what she got? Why she got to give you spousal support when you ain't got shit? But yourself, you ain't taking care of none of the kids, nothing. You just by yourself. So what you need spousal support for?
You got.
Hold on, real quick. I just want to make this quick announcement. I don't know if Trust is still in the building. I don't know if you are, beloved, but I just gave you a wrench. I didn't realize you didn't have one, so I just wrenched you up. Go ahead, y'all rock out.
So in real life, spousal support is just alimony, right? So in real life, if it's not even based on, and I'm not married, so y'all telling me I don't know, but I just know that it's not based on who has the weaker, all that, and it's not even have nothing to do with the kids. It's just so that you can take care of yourself at post this marriage. But it was we forget that it was based on whatever standard you set up for during the marriage. So like you said, you and big dog and his wife may joke about it, but there's something that might be really valid between the two of them that says, hey, you know what? You know, if we break up, I'm gonna need you to help continue taking her, because that's what we said to each other. We're gonna take care of each other. And some people don't even say it beyond the marriage, you know, because that means there's probably a real friendship there or a real relationship there to say, hey, you know what, no matter what happens between us, big dog, I'm gonna always make sure you good, because you know that's just part of my life mission. I'm gonna make sure you good, you know, even if we break up. My grandfather did that. My grandfather left his part of his spousal support from my grandmother was that she can maintain his benefits because he's in the military, and by her being married to him, she gets military benefits, right? You can go to the doctor, go to the BX, the commissary. So his agreement for spousal support was that after we break up and divorce, I'm going to still let you keep your benefits until I get married, and then my new wife gets those benefits. She had them for years. My grandfather didn't get married till he was like in his 60s.
She probably did that shit on purpose.
No, my grandmother, that was the part of their agreement upon them getting married. So that's why that's where it comes into play, where the spousal support says, otherwise it's just looked at as alimony. Like, you owe me for being your wife. You owe me for being your husband. Whereas sometimes that's the agreement that, hey, you know what? I'm not going to do you like that. So if we divorce, we break up, I'm going to make sure you're still okay. So therefore now the spousal support is kind of more of like a gentler term, when it's really just alimony. Alimony is like, fuck you, Smitty. I gave up my life to be with you, and now you owe me. Whereas spousal support is like, well, we agreed that, you know, if it ever came down to it, I'm going to still make sure you're okay. So it's kind of like softer version of alimony. Alimony sounds, it's always usually in a tumultuous environment associated with that, whereas spousal support is kind of like the word, i.e. support, that you still care about your person even though y'all not in a union anymore.
No, fuck all that. No.
Well, that's what it's saying is that's what my granddaddy did, and he said the same thing you said, and he took care of my grandma until he got remarried.
Now my whole thing is this right here though, is that as a man, No, I'm not finna ask my wife for spousal support if we break up or whatever the case may be. I gotta take care of myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking at more than anything.
Like, why he
Like,
even do all that?
yeah, if you supposed to be big bad Offset, then why the hell you asking little old Cardi B for money? Like, she can get rich till she start fucking with you. You supposed to put her on. You supposed to did
Oh,
that
he
in the
did say
third.
that. Oh, he did say that.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So now it's like y'all through. You put her on. Now you feel like just like with Mary J and her husband at the point of, or Wendy Williams and her dude. It's like I managed, like it's like a pimp prostitute situation.
Mm-hmm.
I put you on. You got rich because of me and did that in the third. Now we ain't rocking no more. I need 60%, 75% of what you bring in because I put you on. That's what it sounds like to me. Cause when it's when it's the other end around, when it's the woman asking for alimony, it's like you ain't do shit.
Right. But
So why should I give you this if you ain't did nothing?
And that don't make sense if he had his own career. Like, that's like you being a lawyer and I'm a lawyer, but you need spousal support. But you got a whole job that makes as much money as I do.
Okay. No, you
That's
got
weird.
a point though. You got a point. Is there also, I want to ask this question, do you think,
Basically,
the
Offset's
way
bitch.
his mindset is the reason, he in the position he is, not career-wise though. His mindset though. Because it's like a mindset type thing, and basically how he spent his money and stuff like that.
Well, maybe he was like, I could spend my money because my wife is rich, kind of thing. Well, he still makes him somewhat of a bitch, but still, like, what if it's like that whole, I don't have to do this. My dude was like that one time. When my ex dude, when he realized we made like 20,000, maybe it was like 10 grand difference. He wanted to quit his job because he was like, my girl got a good job. Like, that's not the reason, you know what I'm saying, for you to slack up or waste or be wasteful. Is, you still keep grinding, you still keep doing your part. But it seemed like maybe that's what it was too, y'all. He was like, shit, I'm married to Cardi B, why do I need to try so hard anymore?
Okay. Oh, you have a point though, but
I could just be a regular nigga and spend all the money up because it's more coming.
Where's Smitty go?
I think he probably dropped for a moment. He'll be back. But anyways, I was gonna say, do you think that probably before with Offset, like when he had nothing and then when he got something, he got comfortable, like that type thing. When you're used to having nothing, but when you get something, you're not really used to that, and you feel like you can spend as much money as you want because you didn't really have it before.
But that's be the trap. Cause like the Migos when they ain't had nothing, him and Offset and Takeoff grinded till they got money. Then
supposedly.
But
real quick, mic check 1 2. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I hear you.
Yeah, okay,
We were just talking like normal.
No.
It's a mindset. It's a mindset though.
Thank you.
I get you, bro. But I was gonna say though, I think it's a mindset type thing. I know I have everything, but at the same time though, with my family, they're trying to teach me to value money thing. When I told you what I'm doing, what they're trying to teach me, manage my money. Ever since I started doing this thing though, basically the thing I started doing, right? Basically I've started becoming a bit more conducive, like basically a little bit like, uptight about how I spend though. I've not really spent anything right now. I mean, last time I spent something is when I went gym, but other than that, I rarely spend anything.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's a mindset. I think it's a mindset he had as well, because when he said
you
it.
get to go outside naked, doggy.
What?
I'm sorry. I thought I was muted up, y'all. My dog, he don't have to put on his sweater. It's warm outside.
No,
I thought he was getting excited. He get to go outside with just his collar on.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I was just
make sure he don't get indecent exposure next to the tree. Make sure he don't get indecent exposure.
You don't have to wear a sweater because it's 69 degrees. Come on.
Okay, 69 degrees Fahrenheit, right?
Yes, that's Fahrenheit.
You guys need the Fahrenheit. Sorry,
warm.
I was
That's
told
really
Celsius.
warm.
I know about Fahrenheit, but I'm told Celsius.
Real quick. Quick weather check. Okay, so Big Dog, what's the weather like where you at?
Warm, about 70 degrees.
Riaz, what's the weather like where you at?
8 degrees Celsius.
80.
Ooh.
8 degrees Celsius.
What does that mean? Is that cold?
8.
It is cold. 8 degrees.
He said
You
it's
said
8 degrees.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, basically number 8.
8 degrees Celsius is something different in
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's
8
Celsius.
degrees Celsius is 46.
Yeah,
It's a
that's Celsius.
46.
Yeah,
I said
hey, Riaz, ain't you in the UK?
yes.
See, they go by a different metric system than we do in the
Celsius.
United States.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord, I was like, how's you even on the phone with us? The phone line should be frozen.
No. When I say it's
Extreme
8 degrees,
emotion
it
is
means
cold.
Celsius. No, in C, basically, the Celsius. Basically, in
Yeah.
Fahrenheit, it's 46.4 degrees, actually.
Okay, that's good.
Riaz got
Sorry.
frozen. He got frozen seal in the freezer.
Oh
I
my
ain't-
gosh.
I ain't frozen though, but it's like freezing cold. It's not that cold, trust me. You know, if you go Pakistan, no, trust me. When you go there, you have to wrap up more than once though, because trust me, when it gets cold in Pakistan, though, bruh, literally though, you know, it goes through your bones, bruh. Like that's how cold it is over there in the winter.
I'm done with the winter. I'm not gonna.
No, and that's how it's in the winter. And then summer, though, basically in Pakistan, summer, though, bruh, over there, though, basically, though, bruh, literally so hot, like you can get cooked in.
Okay. Well, look, we can
So
ready to get back to
basically in
this.
UK, though, over here, the difference is,
Hold
though,
on,
bruh,
Riaz.
over here and there
Riaz,
is...
hold on. Riaz, hold on.
Riaz, you want to calm down a little bit, buddy.
Continue.
You gotta tell him to breathe. Okay, breathe, Riaz, breathe.
When
Continue.
Riaz get to going, boy, I'm trying to.
Yeah, when Riaz get to going,
When
boy.
Riaz get to going,
Yeah.
boy, like he be quiet, but when he
You hear
get
last
going, he
night,
go.
Riaz said, "Don't interrupt me again, respectfully." Period. I was like, "Get it, Riaz." I said, "Do not interrupt me respectfully again."
When he talked to Eat Man when he said that.
Yeah, he was like, "Listen, bro, don't interrupt me again, respectfully, okay, bro? Okay, bro."
Yeah. No, but
like,
trust me, though. Trust me. I know I can keep it together. No, I can keep it together and I can remain cool, but trust me, how long can I actually be patient until somebody actually do that to me? So I'm just like,
He said,
look,
"You
bro,
don't want
don't
none of
play
this
with me.
over here." He man said, "No, I do not." like Pop.
Yeah.
Why you over there
No,
messing with
but I'm already no, basically what it is though, you know, it's all good though, bro. No problem with it. It's just that if I have to keep it real though, basically though, I'm already used to him doing that to me, so why not turn the tables?
You good, Riaz?
You
Let's
good,
get back to the
Riaz.
video. Let's see what we got. Volume.
Shortly before this announcement, Cardi was spotted partying on a boat with her new boyfriend, Stephon Diggs, an NFL player. And there's always been this kind of one wishes they were the other relationship between NBA and NFL players, professional athletes, mainly for those two sports, and rappers, with them envying each other to a certain degree, them wanting each other's chicks, etc. They kind of compete. But a much more plausible reason is that he maybe did this for leverage.
He responded through his attorney and said that he's only doing it because they're trying to just put him over the coals and asking for every single thing that you could possibly ask for.
Oh, really?
That's what.
Oh, so we're not hearing that side of it. We're just hearing this. Okay.
Yeah, we're just
that
hearing
makes sense. Got to fight back.
And if his objective was to annoy Cardi B, then this Twitter Spaces clip suggests that he was more than successful.
Yo, you such a word to my mother. I want you to die, but I want you to slow. Yo, I want you to die slow in the.
Coincidentally, both Cardi and Offset were set to release albums later that year, and this news story conveniently kept them in the headlines. In August, Offset released his third solo album, Kiari, which reached number 16 on Billboard and number 5 in the hip-hop and R&B charts. And these numbers prove that Offset was at the very least still somewhat relevant. So if he was broke, it might have only been temporary. However, it's clear that this album did cost a lot of money and it didn't spawn any hits. Unfortunately so, because the song Bodies with JID was a great track. However, in September, Cardi went on another rant on Twitter Spaces and explained why their divorce had taken so long and just how deep Offset's financial troubles were.
Stop saying, "Oh, but you're still married." No, I'm legally separated. The only reason why I'm still married is because somebody wants me to pay for their taxes. Y'all want another tea? The only way I can get out of my marriage is if I pay for somebody else's taxes, even though I pay.
I mean, don't we hear that shit on the other end? Is that why men be so mad? Is that they want the woman to pay the taxes, the lawyers, and all that type of shit?
Can y'all hear that?
I thought I was by myself up here. Everybody
Let me go back and see. Okay, here I am.
Shit. No.
I'm here.
Hey. Real quick.
Who else up here with us?
I was on mute. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you. Sorry, I was on mute because I was using my F right.
I was like that. Everybody disappeared.
No. I was talking the whole time. Okay, so this is my question. So let me start over. I was talking on mute the whole time. My bad, y'all. So we're gonna go to Jen, then we're gonna go to Riaz, then Big Dog. So this is where I'm at with it. Is it her fault for not vetting well enough to get a man that is financially stable? And I don't mean financially stable in how much money you bring in, how much money are you able to keep in which you bring in. So that's where I want to start with there. Like, how much of this is on her as much as him being a horrible gambler? Like, was she just the wife being a good wife, sticking it out and saying, I'm going to try to see that I can get my man some help? Or do you see it as, she was just being stupid and whatever came about that and whatever she lost from having to pay for his shit is what she got? Let's rock out.
I don't know. Who else up here? Somebody else up here. Hi.
No, that's me. That's me.
Oh, that's you up here twice? Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Sorry, I'm here. I'm just basically,
is it, are you asking, like, what is it? It, like, she didn't vet? Like, I'm thinking that she's thinking that he a rapper like her. And that he got the kind of money that she got.
Did she make the good choice by getting with him in the first place? Do you think? Because my last time I checked, women like to make sure that they know what that dude's about, right?
Right, but think about their track record in his actual track record, like his life in business. Well, I'm sorry, puppy. In the business, if both of us work at Amazon, and I get with you, and I find out that you work for Amazon too, but you ain't got no money, I'm gonna be wondering, how is it you work for the Amazon and you ain't got no? So I'm thinking that she probably thinking that he just like her. He got the same kind of opportunities she got. She's doing shows. He's doing shows.
No, that's true.
She's not thinking like I'm gonna get with you because you could potentially not have no money because you do the same job I do. I see you over there doing the same job, packing boxes, doing the same thing I'm doing. You take your lunch break in the lunchroom with me. I'm thinking you got a check like I got a check. So I'm not thinking that you would be broke to get with you to be like, oh wow, you're broke. So what's happening? You go to work like I go to work. You leave out and you go to work every day and you come back and you have looked like you went to work. So we have evidence of him going in the studio, but then again, all that stuff costs, right, before they actually get the album out or get the song out and get the recoup from the sales of the song.
You think as her husband, so you think as him being her husband, you think she knew nothing about him having a gambling problem?
No, I think she did the same thing like most women do, which is we find out what's happening after we end up with you. Because remember, we've been shown that a person can kind of fake the funk for almost a year. So that first year, everything gonna be looking like it's looking until you start to see otherwise. And then by then you're already in far enough to where you're like, well, what do I do? Some people say, hey, it's been a year, 2 years, I'm gonna still walk away. And some folks say that it's been all this time and I need to help, especially if they're trying to take that part of their vows or their relationship seriously. Like, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help us get through this.
That's a fact. Okay.
You know what I mean? So if I take that for real, then I'm gonna stay with you at least to try to see if I can help you. Then when you realize you can't help the person, is probably where they got to the point where we saw everything. Like, it's beyond.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So she could have just been like, I'm gonna do my vows. My vows is sickness and health and death do us part. We're gonna do this thing together. I got you, boo. You can shake this monkey. We got kids to take care of. And he's still not coming out of it. Now what we see is what the result of him not coming out of it. And now it's just fucked up.
What you got, Big Riaz, what you got? And then Big Dog.
Okay, so what I got though is, I think I kind of agree with what's saying though in a way though. Also, it's probably noticed by the type of mindset he had though.
Okay.
No mindset. No, because she kind of see that it's the mindset type thing. Because when he came from nothing and he was working hard though, but then once when he got everything though, basically he got comfortable.
And that's the most dangerous kind of people to give all that money to is niggas who never had nothing. And I'm going to stick with that because, and it's not about not never having nothing, but generally when you never had nothing, it's simply honestly because you've never been taught or given the skills to know how to do something. These people have been blessed with an opportunity. It's like hitting a lotto. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that apply for these positions, but some make it in. And some make it into a large level, and most don't. Majority don't. Big dog, what you got before we push play on the video and keep on pushing it through?
I'm like Jen on this one. It's like in most situations is that the wife know the nigga got a problem, but she's standing by her man. And you know what I'm saying? She's saying one thing behind closed doors, what is positive or negative, you know what I'm saying? And in the public, they don't say shit. But when push come to shove, and like I said, all this could have been avoided a long time ago if he would have never been jumping out the window with other chicks. Because Cardi B, regardless of what people say about Cardi B, she actually is a good mama. She might have been a stripper. She might have did what she did. We all did some shit when we were younger. Like, let's stop that cap. We all did some shit while we were younger. Some of us got caught, some of us didn't get caught. She also happened to be a stripper that was drugging niggas and robbing niggas. I robbed some niggas. So what? You know what I'm saying? Smitty, I done heard you say it several times. You had to get a bid for 7 years.
Man, come on now.
So that's what I'm saying. We all did some shit.
I got my door kicked in with 11.5 pounds of that good. This was
that's what I'm saying. We all did some shit. It's just that, she said she was a stripper that was drugging niggas. But outside of that, she became a rapper, an entrepreneur, this, that, and the third, worth 100 million plus. You know what I'm saying? And taking care of her kids. So all this shit really boiled down to is a nigga mad that his woman outshining him. You put her on and she outshining you, so now you gotta get some get back. You gotta get some get back.
I see.
Yeah, but in a way, I agree. So basically, in a way, he mad at himself for doing that. But technically, it's his mistake for doing that. But, I mean, it's his positive and his negative. So he did one good thing, but at the same time, no, he basically, he made himself in that shadow.
They from the same environment. They just from two different parts of the country. Because she was a stripper, he was a trapper. That's the same environment.
The thing though, she's I'm not gonna say she's always. We're not from what we can see. Even back during her Love and Hip Hop days, her life has always been about that money, right? And
that money.
And even then, you can see the money management was a little on the same path that it is right now.
Yeah, she was always about that money.
Exactly. So when she got her coins, she got her teeth fixed, she got her mama a house, she bought her mama a car. Like, she's always been on that same path. So it didn't change when she got this much money.
But the same thing about the money.
The
same thing about the money is right here. She was also dating a dude that was locked up.
Yeah.
So she that's her environment is a nigga like Offset.
A nigga that, and that's why I'm not denying the fact that the common the understanding between them two, we come from the same side of the tracks. I'm just saying that if you look back, we can see even when she would do her Instagram blogs. Y'all remember when she used to do her little blogs from the bed every morning and tell us what happened the night before? She was the money management idea. How she functions now is just a grander scale of what she did before. So before she had a couple thousand to do it, now she got a couple million to do the same shit.
Now she got a couple million. And you gotta think about when you were a stripper, you really ain't getting paid unless you top performer.
Exactly. So to come out of there with 10 grand a night or 10 grand on the weekend or two, on a Saturday night at this point where she was with him grinding to get 10 grand was different.
Cause that's the same thing as a trapper. And Smitty, just like I know, like every day ain't a good day for a nigga.
No, it's not. No, it's
she
not.
Said that too.
You got your drought moments where you can't get with the plug. You know what I'm saying? Shit tight. They taxing for you all of that,
be having good shit on a bad day. Be having bad shit on a good day.
Yeah.
So all that shit.
So the difference between her and him. Hold on, real quick. So the difference between that moment right there between the two of them is that she kept moving forward in having better nights to the point where she had nights where it was consistently 10 grand nights, where he was still in that trap cycle. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, he still was trapping.
he still was on the trap cycle. So he was having a good night, may have a good night, may not have a good night. He wasn't the plug, and he wasn't the plug. He was the worker. Where she started becoming more so a regular and becoming a common thread, especially after Love and Hip Hop, to where she was consistently making 8 to 10 grand a night. And it was
she went from the employee to the plug, and he stayed
the employee. Exactly. There you go. Now look at them, because if she's the plug at 10,000, now she's the plug at $1 million. He's still the employee at 10,000, and he's still the employee at $1 million.
Yeah, but then he also with the trap money is why you have to clean it.
Real quick, Riaz, before you say that, but I just wanted to throw this in there briefly so I don't lose my train of thought. But was he not in an equal position to be just as much of a boss as she is? My whole thing is I'm not looking at where she is and where he is in that aspect. I'm thinking about the fact of you blew the bag. Like you blew the bag,
he's the employee the whole time. She moved from the employee.
So you
to
mean
boss.
from the mentality, like
the mentality.
Yeah, so he stayed employed. He stayed down there working for. I gotta go out here and grind. I gotta get out and grind. Remember that moment in a Biggie movie where Biggie was on this corner, but Puffy came and got him. He said, "Bruh, you got a #1 album. You can't be out here." He's like, well, he said, and Biggie turned around. What did Biggie say to him, y'all, in that moment? He said, until I know this shit's for real, I definitely know this shit's for real. Right? So I know I could get out here and hustle and make this money, because that's what I've been doing that. So he was a plug in his own, he was a CEO in his own street game. And then he didn't trust the music, the record company, the record business, because he was an employee on the record business. So he was like, yo, for that moment, I gotta still be able to make sure I can get it. It seemed like he never came out of, Cardi B husband never came out of that employee mode, where she moved into boss mode, which now, if you my husband, you really literally can work for me. Your mindset is that you work for me. That's crazy. I can see in her mind she gonna disrespect the hell out of him, because like, nigga, you ain't even a boss of yourself.
Sorry. I was gonna say this good because when it comes to trapping too, it's also a tier as well. You got them local tier trapping, yeah, you make money, but it's not as much compared to the ones that actually have like international class, like county lining type of thing. So plus, anyways, though, right? Basically, right? I can tell you this though, right? For example, you had like a UK rapper, Nines though. Nines basically he retired from music now, but he rich though. But basically, he had his own line though that his brother started, but he continued though, right? He said though that the reason it's not about money it's not about money. If it was about money, I would have just stuck to trapping instead of music. But he stuck to music though because he believed in himself. So he did the in and out mentality until he stopped. Now he didn't film entertainment. He didn't film, and he's doing like movie industry things, and he has businesses though.
Okay, I appreciate
he got businesses though, so yeah, it's like that type of thing. Trapping also has skills as well.
That part. Thank you for sharing that part. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. Let's keep it rocking out. We're gonna pause it as we go. Let's go. Let's let it play for a second.
For my own, give them one of my properties. I'm fighting for that. I'm gonna fight for that. This is not no love.
Cardi's comments suggested that his tax bill was significant, and in October, the exact figure was revealed.
Bad news for Offset. He's facing major financial troubles for his unpaid tax balance. They're saying it's past 2.3 million.
And this is not like Lil TJ, where he can just not pay back the money.
And while Cardi B is not named in any of these filings,
Introducing Origin Fresh Spray.
Hold on.
Fueled by the
I got us. 1 second. Yeah, I'm not paying no more money on YouTube. I can't even get a good stream, y'all. Bump all that shit. Let's go.
You don't pay your taxes. It could be, it could seize properties, liens. This is not good, especially when they're battling it out in court over certain homes. So this can get really wild.
Adding to his woes was the fact that almost a day after this news story broke, Offset dropped his mixtape Haunted by Fame, which made headlines for all the wrong reasons.
Did anybody hear about that when it came out?
I didn't even get the last solo Johnny drop. I didn't even pay attention to the last solo, so I know I didn't get the mixtape.
I didn't see any of this. So basically, the buzz is calmed down. Okay, all right.
Not to be nosy, I haven't really paid attention to him. Like, I know about him, though. I had some stuff that he good, but to be honest, though, musically, I haven't checked him. I'm musically, not interested. Because there are many. Wait, but can you also keep it real, though? There are many people in the same genre as him, though, doing the same sound as him, who actually musically do it better. Let's keep it real on that.
That's a fact, Riguez. I give you that. Let's get back to the video. Let's see what we got.
For the first time in Offset's career, this project failed to reach any spot on the Billboard 200 albums for that week. So this also pushed the narrative that Offset had fallen off and was now broke, what he used to call Lil TJ, just a year prior. But once again, there's another side to the story. Offset said that this mixtape was released to get out of his deal with his label QC, or Quality Control, and because he was leaving, both the label and Offset did very little to promote it. This also marked the end of a turbulent relationship Offset had with the QC label and their CEO P, who was the guy that discovered and really put on the Migos. Offset has claimed in the past he had to pay millions to get his rights back. But what really reignited the Offset is broke allegations was something that happened in early 2026. The Instagram model in quotations, but notorious rap, do we even want to call her a groupie? Exposer? More like that? Went on her podcast or her friend's.
I want y'all to listen to what she says in detail. This shit crazy. Listen to this shit.
Podcast and claimed that she too was owed a lot of money from Offset. And this is not just another album.
Oh, and Jen, if you were Cardi on this one right here, like, what would you say? Let's go.
Allegation. Here you'll see some similarities to what happened with Lil TJ, along with even more skeletons coming out of Offset's closet. Before we dive in, it's important to know that what Selena Powell says should be taken with a bit of a grain of salt. There may be some nugget of truth, but it's not uncommon for Selena Powell to exaggerate, because if you guys recall, she originally said that she was pregnant with Offset's baby whilst Cardi B was pregnant and dating Offset. And this caused a huge scandal for Cardi B because Academics was close with Selena Powell and also close with Cardi B, and she being Cardi B was phoning Academics and constantly telling him, this girl is ruining my life by lying on my man. And this was back in 2019. So when she reached out to him again in December 2025, where they somehow linked, she was probably just as surprised as we were that Offset followed her on social media and replied.
So randomly, he found me on Finsta. So I mean, I had to do a little 1-2 to like dig. But anyway, Finsta. And I was like, oh, you're not going to like who this is, but I come in peace. I'm so sorry for our past, you know, because 5 years ago, for the people who don't know, I faked a pregnancy with Cardi B. And
you faked a pregnancy with Offset
in the hope for Cardi B.
Finsta is when somebody has a secondary Instagram account that they only share with a small number of people. Offset and Selena started messaging on Instagram, and one night, Selena received an Instagram call from Offset at 4 a.m.
So
listen to this phone call. And Jen, I want you to tell me what you think about this.
It was 4 o'clock in the morning. I woke up to him Instagram calling me. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what's up? And I thought he was just like, so I was like, okay. But like, I can't f you. I'm on my flow. So it's like, what are we talking about? He was like, yo, I need a favor. This is a
let's
test.
not skip over that. He told her he still needed that. He still needed that.
Oh. So he was like, I did a favor and this is a test. I was like, okay, what? He was like, how much money can you get or are you by? And I was like, I mean, like I sent him the video, like all that money that I have in my safe.
You're rich.
And he immediately called me. He called me back and then he was like, bring all of it.
So Selena might have assumed that this was some kind of emergency, but this turned out to not be the case.
So then, you know, he takes me into the casino. He's like gambling. He's losing. He's playing the slot machines. It's getting late. I'm like, I'm tired. He was like, oh, come on. Let's walk you to your car. I go to my car. I suck his dick. I don't know if I told you this. I suck his dick. And he was like, wow. And I was like, I gotta stop. Like, I'm
in the car? I didn't know it was in the car. That part was left out. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I sucked his dick in the car.
Wait, so he got the money and then he sucked his dick? Okay.
So,
what you say to that, John?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
I hear you.
Walking the puppy. Okay. What do I say about what? That she gave him head in the car and gave him money too?
I'm saying he's a married man, though. You know what I mean? Like, so if you was Cardi and you heard that, would you also have just up and divorced him right then and there, or would you have tried to work it out?
No. No. We're not. I'm not doing. No. I can't be with you. I don't know. Yeah, no.
Okay. No, I just wondering, how everybody thinks about
Telling me
that.
that you gave my. Well, I mean, me? No. But there's women. Come on, let's go to the point. There's women who are like, well, he just got head. Like, that's nothing. Like, long as you don't put your penis inside of her. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess to whoever that might not be a degree of.
That's so crazy. I didn't know women think like that.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Think like, well, he just got his dick sucked. That ain't nothing.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? The number one thing that us as dudes go off of more if he hit, if you gave him head.
If you gave him, did you suck his dick?
Real shit. Like, that's so
yeah,
crazy
women,
you say that.
Women who don't believe that, who be like, girl, he just got his dick sucked. He gonna be all right. Now, if he had fucked her because you done penetrated her, laid on top of her, and grinded, all that shit you do to me, you do to her, now it's a problem. So I've heard women say that before, or tell me that, girl, that's nothing. Don't worry, don't worry about that. He'll be all right. He'll still be there with you. So may not been nothing for her, Cardi B, the antics that she pulls, as opposed to him actually, having a baby on her or, being intimately, involved with someone. That bothers women too. Like, you actually like this bitch, Guys can get hit and don't even like the girl. So that's why some women don't care. It's nothing to them. You don't even like her. But if you like her, what? You better not like her.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. With dudes, it's just a simple fact. You did anything off GP. We don't care if you had feelings. We don't care about none of that. You took what was mine and gave it to somebody else. Like, that's just end of message right there. Like, that's it. It really is that simple. We don't care all about that. If you were emotionally attached and all that other shit. Nah. Generally speaking, I don't know about these new dudes. Shit's changing, so I'm just speaking from what I know. Big Dog, what you got to that real quick before we get in? Oh, and then you too, Riaz.
Okay, cool, bro.
Yeah. Riaz, either one. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go. Wait,
Go ahead.
That's very interesting, to be honest, though, man. Like, wow. I mean, I don't know, man. That's just interesting. Him doing that, though, to be honest. Wow. In a way, though, all I'm gonna say, he responsible for his own actions. But what do I know, man? I've never done it before, so what do I know?
You know what I find fascinating is the fact of, I'm gonna be real with you. If that was a wife who was going around asking other random people for money, me as the husband, like, I don't know. So my whole thing is, Cardi's your wife. Did you burn everything out with your wife? Like, why are you going to random people and Cardi B's your wife? Why are you going to random people and, I don't know, let's say at the time while he was still here, Offset and Quavo, all of y'all still click everything. Like, I'm pretty sure you got your bros and everything. So obviously, from what I'm seeing, I think he burned a lot of bridges. I think he really blew a lot of shit, and he was like, "Nah, I can't ask the wife no more."
Yeah, I probably think so. He probably burned a lot of bridges, but that's the thing. It's that mindset too, though. So many times, the people can see the good in someone. Though many times, even they've shown you though not to do that, but at some point, they even got their own limits too. And you're saying they burned the bridge, though. I feel like probably I agree with you on that. When you're saying though, he basically burned a lot of bridges, not just with his wife, but even his friends too. Because I'm sure his own friends though basically would literally call him out for that. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Right. Nah, that's what's
And
up.
he basically like, I don't want. He himself is not willing to change though, because people, like to see the good in someone though. To the point though, he himself won't change. They're trying to change him, but he won't change.
Nah, that's a fact. What you got, Big Dog? Before I push play.
To be
For this last like 5 minutes on the video, we can talk about it and go ahead and slowly wrap it up.
Well, as far as this part, I'm kind of conflicted because between the 46-year-old me and the 26-year-old me, that's why I'm
Okay.
conflicted because it's like
Okay.
the grown me that's down there 50, I see the fuck shit, but the young me is like, hey, I'm with it, dumbass shit too. So
So
I'm
you was
kind of
born 79.
yeah.
I got you. Okay, yeah, I'm 82. I got you. Okay,
Yeah, so I'm kind of conflicted with what's going on because I know I've been in them situations where I've been on the phone, talking shit to other females and shit while I've been with my wife. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
And I had to grow up out this shit. So I'm kind of like, which side do I take? Do I take the side of the more mature, grown up me or the
So let me
young
ask
wild
you this.
nigga?
Let me ask you this part to simplify it. You
Okay.
as all right, so you as let's say he come to you, that's your homeboy or whatever. Do you expect for the wife to stay, considering you did that? Let's say it like that. Like in that moment, yeah. Do you
If I
expect
if
her
I
to
just
stay?
if I just use my real life, it's like when I got caught up, I expect you to leave. Now I'm gonna do everything to make sure you don't leave, but I expect you to leave because I was with the shit.
Right. That's some man shit. I can get it. I like that. I like that. I like that. Let's go ahead and get back to the video, see what we got, so we can go ahead and push through this. You know what I'm saying? Just keep the time flowing smooth. That's all. Let's go ahead and rock out.
Assuming all this is true, there's a clear power dynamic, I guess, where Offset can ring her at 4 a.m., get her in bed with him, and provide him with huge amounts of money. So is he PIMPing? What's going on? The co-host.
I love how much I can bundle and save on insurance and Liberty.
God damn it.
And
I love that you love how much you can bundle and save. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. Just give me 1 second, y'all. Let's go ahead and get through Liberty. God damn it, Jim. Y'all need to pay me for this shit. God damn it. Yeah, pay me for my little advertisement. You too. I don't know what you are, white guy in the flannel, but I like flannels.
I ain't had a flannel in so long.
Man, I love flannels. That's my shit. Let's go
Talk
ahead.
about though. How much money did you give him?
So I thought I only gave him like 10 or 11. When we were arguing,
Jen,
he was
that's
like,
your
"Bro,
husband.
gonna
You
stall
found
on,
out
like,
another
50."
woman who's an IG model gave your husband $10,000. How do you feel?
Gave us $10,000.
Who said gave us 10,000?
She gave us $10,000.
Ah, shit. Okay, now.
Now I don't know what she said. She just said I heard
10,000. I was like,
if that make her feel better what she thought she did, but in real life, sweetheart, you gave us and me you gave him and his family 10 grand, and we thank you.
Okay.
That's what would have happened. He wouldn't have been holding on to that by himself because you're not gonna sit here and know.
So that wouldn't make you feel no kind of way as the wife, and like why you didn't
Yeah, it
come
wouldn't
to
make
me.
you feel an extra kind of way because you're like, what are you doing? And now you out here, it looks like you selling peanuts.
I mean, it's female that buy it.
Right. So she just bought your peanuts. If you gave it to her, she just bought your peanuts for 10 grand. If that's the case, then I'm now your manager and your wife because we selling your peanuts since you like to sell peanuts.
Not you, my manager and my wife.
Is because what we doing? I'm not, and I'm gonna stay married to you because this contract is over with till it's finalized. We stuck together. After this, I'm your manager since you want to sell wee wee.
What's your percent? What's your
Big dog barking wee wee for sale on a side like a lemonade stand.
what's your cut before I agree to any terms? What's your percentage?
We already it's 50-50 since we got the same last name, but I take
That's a
51.49.
PIMP. That is a PIMP.
51.49.
I call y'all pimpettes. All right, y'all name is
And we're
pimpette.
gonna sell wee wee. We might as well since you was already selling wee wee without me. So now you want me to know about it. So now we together selling wee wee.
But you want a percentage of this? That sounds like a
That's-
pimpette.
Exactly.
If I was
I mean,
selling
really.
food, if I was selling pootie, you be getting a percentage because you said dope pootie. That's my wee wee.
How you controlling the funds of this Johnson?
That's my. You
I'm
said
just
this my
saying.
cooter. This your cooter box. If I give it away, that's my wee wee. If you give it away, I'm just trying to make the best for the investment.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I can't say nothing to that. I mean,
I
I don't
get-
know, big dog. What you got? What you got for that?
I
'Cause
get.
You know we don't want them to give it away, and we not gonna fake like we won't be upset if they do.
I done gave away the cooter box. You done gave away the wee wee for free.
I ain't give it away for free. No. He.
Go get the coin.
She just gave that man $10,000 for
Yeah,
son.
she took him to the casino and let him gamble all 15 stacks, and then she gave him some top in the car.
Exactly.
He paid for her sloppy top.
That was a good night for that man.
I mean, exactly.
In a way, though, bro, if you ask me, sorry, I was gonna say, if you ask me, though, bro, that just shows you where his mindset is. He hasn't really elevated like that. Even though he got money, though, that most people actually wish to be in, he basically hasn't really elevated in his mind, though. He feel like he's still in the trap, though, and he just basically in a different kind of way. I'm not wishing that, though. I don't wish that on nobody though, bro, because I don't want to be in the same position. But at the same time, I have to be real like that based on his own actions, though.
But Riaz, I'm gonna tell you something, Riaz. This on my wife said me all the time is that you always gonna be that individual no matter how old you get. It's how you move with that mindset.
Right.
You can always be that individual. And you learn this shit. Yeah, cause my wife be like, she don't like my mentality, cause she's like, you still a street nigga in your head. I'm like, yeah, but I apply this shit to my kids and everything else going on around me. So like, I see shit from a street nigga perspective. So now I move, I can move like a street nigga without really doing street nigga shit because I still see it. So just like I said about attention, it's like everybody a junkie right now. So yeah, if I'm a pusher, I push my content to the junkies. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have a point.
That's like you being, knowing karate instead of going out here picking fights. You use it to defend yourself and protect people.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's just that you still know karate. You still can kick someone's ass, but instead of you walking around here beating the shit out of people, now you just,
Yeah, instead of me trying to just whoop everybody else, I move in peace now. You know what I'm saying? I still fuck your ass up, but I just move it. Like when you younger, you don't be thinking about shit. You just do shit.
We don't go looking for nothing.
To respond to that though, I kind of get you.
What you say, Smitty?
We don't go looking for anything, but we make it very, very clear: do not step into the bear cave.
Exactly.
Don't
provoke me.
That's it.
That's crazy though. When you're younger, you want to find out and then fuck around. When you get older, you fuck around and find out.
Okay, wait, I get you on that aspect. So I was gonna say, bruh, that when you explain that though, that totally makes sense though in a way though. I'm fortunate enough to have everything. When I was born though, of course both my parents had to work and I was spoiled though. All three was split, but basically, of course, it was balanced and everything like that. But when I was born, though, basically, they was working hard enough. So basically, even though I was spoiled, though, basically, I didn't have as much back then, though. Until now, I got everything, So, that actually shows you the position. So by the time my brother, sister born, they had more, I guess.
Well, Riaz, I mean, you can't be a young OG if you ain't got nothing out the mud.
I have.
You know what?
I have gotten that. I have kind of in a way. Kind of.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do you mean, kind of in a way?
No, I do.
You know what? I'm almost scared to.
I've gotten that.
I don't even know. I don't even know if I actually want you. I
Did
had
I
to
get
catch
some?
myself with that one.
Maybe I was though when I was like really, really young though. Yes, I probably was in that position, but I'm too young to remember.
Riaz, how old are you again?
24.
You're still really young.
You still young.
You're still young.
No, I'm talking about childhood
You're a
days,
grown
bro.
man. Don't get it twisted. See, like, because that's the one thing I be even telling my little nephews and the young bloods around my area, right? I am definitely, I'm dead ass. I'm considered one of the OGs, like, in a respected way, and I be having to tell them like, nah, listen, the main reason why I speak to y'all the way I do is because I recognize that you all are grown men, but I recognize the level of man. See, manhood comes with levels. How they say it's levels to this shit, Riaz. I promise you're just on a certain stage of manhood. But you have many levels and many steps to walk, I promise you, along your way.
You got a point though, bro.
Yeah, so the more you pay attention to the self, to self, the more you're going to recognize when those changes are occurring. You just gonna find yourself just one day You just gonna be like, I ain't even into that no more.
Yeah,
That's growth.
that's true.
You see what I'm saying? One day you just gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still like to, do my thing. The number one thing that really lets you know you in manhood stage at its max is when small circle and family.
You had cut
You're
out
not
for a
all
minute,
about.
Schmitty.
Oh, I cut out. Am I back?
You cut out. They can't. Yeah, you back, but you had cut out. You like once you had started saying what you were finna say, it went out and it came back in.
Okay. Once you reach
I'm listening.
full manhood state, for the most part, I'm not gonna say full manhood state, but I mean like that elevate. Once you're in that elevated state, is when you recognize and you start to see. You know what? It was once a lot of us. We were so deep. Now it's just me and maybe one or two, or if not any, and it's just me and my family, and or just me and myself. But you're able to still go ahead and persevere just as much as you did when you was rolling deep with the click. Like when you really grow is when you recognize that all of this big bunch of people around me is going to die off. A lot of people I'm going to see start to wean off. I mean, that's when you're going to start to really recognize you elevate, man. It ain't, and it's not easy to always adapt and adjust to for a lot of people. But I would say that.
I know that's right. When you get older, you can't be out here wearing thongs. Cause y'all, this stuff.
Jen, shit, stop it. You still wear thongs now.
I do. I'm just saying that I'm bent over.
I'm wearing a piece. I'm dressed right now. What I'm wearing right now, though, is I'm wearing a Nike Tech fleece and my bandana and my cargo.
Oh, you try to be out on the block, ain't no
man, women.
Yeah,
because that's how you got here. Yeah, exactly. And when you go ahead and guide the one who has no past, which is the children, that's why they always say, when I grow up, I want to be this, because they're in their past. So you have to learn from the elders. You have to protect the women and guide the children. Once you get your headspace that is the main thing that should be your focal point, that's when everything starts to blossom and bloom. You start to recognize how much your life is a duty and a servitude to others.
Right. I agree.
But
Plus
to land it, hold on, Riaz, to land it, you can't do none of that without self-preservation first. Everything I just said, you gotta know how to keep you intact and keep you in peace and keep you healthy and strong, because you're not of any use to anybody if you're not. I digress. My mic is muted. Go ahead, Riaz.
I agree with that. I agree. But anyways, though, big up for me, though, bruh. I'm influenced by street fashion, though. I've literally told my whole family that I can't dress smart and all of that, and sometimes I can't go traditional. I just like my street clothes. That's why I wear that every day. Yeah, because it's actually, I'm not the only one who dresses like that my age, trust me. The UK, though. In the UK, it's called roadman fashion, actually. That's a very popular fashion trend in the UK. It's roadman fashion. So it's like that old school New York thing, though, where the puffy jacket, the hoodies, the puffy jacket, tracksuits, like that.
But Riaz.
So Riaz, I'm gonna just say this, right? I get that. What I'm hearing is that you get a lot of what you believe truly what this trapping and what the street stuff consists of, based upon, I guess, because I'm just going to take a stab in the dark end. You never really genuinely been in a trap, which that's a good thing.
I've never.
Don't ever let nobody.
I've always admitted openly.
Hold on.
I've admitted openly. Continue.
Riaz, let's make it break it down to you.
Continue. I stopped when he told me to, so I'm listening.
Smitty.
Smitty.
Well, let me try to see what Smitty was going on. Riaz, if you ain't never did it, then you really don't know what's going on. Like,
I basically see from the outside, not inside.
Yeah,
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right. Nah, see, that's why I clicked on my daggone phone. Nah, man, my daggone, I don't know, man. StreamYard is acting crazy on my computer.
When you told me to.
So basically, Riaz, you dress like a trapper, but never been in the trap.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's different.
You're living. You're a part of a lifestyle. You're part of a trend that's actually a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you can dress like you can dress like Run DMC, but you never did breakdancing. You know, you can
Yeah.
wear shell-toed Adidas, but you never did breakdancing. You don't know what it's like to have to wait to turn, to stand in line with a bunch of sweaty people in a circle in a dark room in a club because you want to breakdance on some cardboard. That's why they look like that, because that was the attire from that time period. So, in essence, you look like someone who was a trapper, like the music, but those people are speaking from an experience that they actually experienced, whereas
Yeah.
you have never had.
Yeah,
So,
That is true.
I
That
bet
is
say
true though.
is when I was doing my thing, man, niggas used to tell me I didn't look like a trapper because I would wear shit. I would wear basic shit. They like you dress like white boys. I said white boys trap too, don't you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I was
Okay.
I
Makes sense.
never I never looked like the stereotype of the black trapper. I was
Okay.
always low key and shit like that. I wasn't having the Jordans on and the golds. I didn't do all this shit when I was trapping because I'm like, I'm already doing something I ain't got no business doing. Why look the part two? And then we get caught up and I got this, that, and the third on me. Like, no. So you're just
Okay.
portraying an image of something you never experienced.
Mine comes from admiration, not portraying an image. I actually admitted that openly, though, that I'm not about that life and I don't need to be, though. I'm just basically, mine comes from admiration, not portraying.
right, but
What?
so Riaz, we're saying we don't want you to admire the drug dealer. That's not so that we black men don't want to admire the drug dealer. Is what he was saying. We're trying to say don't. That's not a good person to want you to
Yeah.
be like, because those guys don't end up in pot. Everyone can't be Frank Lucas, you know. So come on.
Okay, I agree. Mine is, I'm not the
But we
drug
talk
dealers,
about that
more
all
like
the
the
time.
rappers.
We talk about that all the time. How other people outside of our culture they imitate or admire the worst part of our culture. Like they don't want to be like an attorney or a millionaire. They want to look like the person who's not doing
This
so
damn
great
thing
in our
keep
community.
kicking me
You
out.
know.
Okay, sorry. But I give props, though. No, like I'm saying, I get you on that aspect. What you're saying, I agree with you. Sorry, so it's kind of basically, I like rappers. No, I admire the rappers. Though. Of course, I feel you on that type of thing. You're kind of right, though. Of course, I can dress smart too. I dress traditionally, Pakistani too. Sometimes, though, actually, literally, seeing me how I look in my own traditional clothing.
Oh
But
my
sorry,
god.
you have a point. Okay. Sorry, continue. My bad. You have a point.
Because that would be the same thing as if we said, hey, we want to dress like a person that has a turban on their head because we like the style, but we all know that everyone's going to be running around us scared because of 9/11. So why would we do that? That's not a good positive person to be like because it has such a negative connotation to it. So I don't want anyone being scared thinking that I'm going to, have an explosive because I look like the people who do that, the person who did that because I want to represent that lifestyle when it's not really true. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's giving the wrong persona of you instead of them. Because no one's gonna look at you and say they're gonna look at you and say you want to be like this person as opposed to you're a version of whatever that is. You know what I mean?
Okay. Wait, but actually, no.
Mic check 1 2. Can
I
y'all
hear
hear me?
you. Yes.
You good over there?
Yeah, man. I keep getting kicked out my own studio. I keep
Sorry.
on.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah,
point though, actually. So,
yeah. That shit blown. Nah, we good. We gonna go ahead. Why am I sounding like? Hold on. Let me. Oh, that's why.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check. Okay,
I
there
hear
we
you
go.
better.
Yeah,
Better.
yeah, yeah. I had
So you
both.
have a point though.
All right, so nah. We're gonna go ahead and you know what I'm saying, kind of give our final thoughts on this and everything. Cause I need to go ahead and start looking into another router for the basement or something because I need to figure out why is stream what's another stream what's another system I can use besides StreamYard?
Restream. You can use Restream.
I
OBS.
saw.
Yeah, I think
What's
Yeah,
another one
restream.
besides
That's all
StreamYard?
restream.
Anytime you use Restream, so you can see how her setup looks when she goes live. It's different, and then you can do Zoom. You can download Zoom. Zoom, you
Nah,
can have 100
Zoom.
people, and
I
you can
mean,
control whether or not they cam up. You can control whether or not what they leave on. What if they can be on. You can control them. And I think
can
the
I
one that
still do videos and stuff on Zoom?
yeah. Zoom is the same thing. Volunteer uses Zoom, but then Breezy uses whatever he uses where he can control whether or not you cam down. Because remember, somebody was on the panel, they couldn't cam down, and he controls that. And then on Bomb Cherry with Zoom, she can have up to 100 people, but she can control that everyone. She can set the settings where no one can cam up, so where no one can corn bomb it. So it's not like it's optional where you can hit the button. So it's like perks to that, to having another option.
Okay.
And I like
Yeah,
it.
nah. I'm gonna just look into what
Sorry.
else
I
is
like
out
it.
here.
I like that idea where you can't cam down and just go off camera and mess up my aesthetics. And then the other one is everybody
Right.
can't cam up. Like no one can cam up. She sets the settings where no one can cam up. So that means no one has the opportunity to do anything mischievous because they can't even push the camera button on their end.
No,
Which
that's
that
a
sounds
fact.
crazy great, right? Sometimes. Like,
Wait,
Nah.
sorry, my bad though. Actually, you have a point though. All I'm gonna say though, Jen, to me though, at least I have more swag than other Pakistanis though. They don't have that. Some
You
born
better listen
Pakistanis
to
ain't
that
got no
boy.
swag.
You better
Hey,
listen to that boy.
and some born Pakistanis literally have no swag. They just basically, yeah, they dress smart and they're trying to look nice, but you don't look. They have no swag, bro. I got that.
You heard you
And
heard
I
the
give the
gentleman?
originators props. I give props to the originators though, because I openly say, look, who I'm influenced by. So that's why I have more swag though than them. They don't got no swag.
Oh, okay, that's what's up, Riaz.
Hey,
That's what's
In
up.
my opinion, though, they don't have swag. That's why I say Pakistanis in the UK are better than the Pakistanis in Pakistan, though, actually. And I'm saying that I'm not hating on my mom, though. I got love from their family at the end of the day, but at the same time, though, I keep my boundaries. Same people look like me, the same people to do me dirty. So that's why. And plus, I'm actually sometimes, though, they say they're better than me. So why not flip the tables and say I'm better than them financially and I'm living better than them and I dress better than them?
You heard him.
Hey,
He
Rhea,
talk.
do you know what Habibi means? Do you know what Habibi means?
Yeah, Habibi means my friend, my family, my lover.
Oh, so now when I say Rhea's Habibi, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that depends on the context. Habibi, though, basically, though, is Habibi's for the male and for female. You say Habib T. So when you say a T, that's female.
Habibi is male, right?
Yeah, Habibi's for the male, and when you say to a girl, you say Habib T because it's with a T because that's the female. So basically, when you say a Habibi, in the context you're saying it, you're saying it as in like family and a friend. So that's the context you use. But depends who you say Habibi to, it means different things.
Oh,
Yeah, that's just like in Ethiopian. You have saying hello, you have damana, and you
Yeah.
have damanish.
Yeah, but I'm just like, nah, that's just
And
banter to me, in my opinion, when I say
hold
it
on,
to them. I say,
let me
continue.
finish, Riaz. Let me finish. Yeah, damana, have damanish, and one is masculine, one is feminine. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe you say
Correct.
not, you would say damana to the men, like damana. That's how I say what's up to you, and then to the ladies, I would say damanish, and that's how you say hello to the women. Just like in Spanish, how you have primo and prima. Primo is the male, right? Prima
well,
is
Los las.
well, according to South Memphis lore, shout it is what for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So
he said shout it. Hey,
shout it.
but you know what? Though?
You know I love your
Let's just be for real. We even have the same thing here. Like, for example,
You say my baby.
watch this. No, we actually have the same thing here. The masculine and feminine. Handsome is man.
Right.
Call your woman handsome if you want to. Call me pretty if you want to, and see how far you get with me.
I know.
You see
He
what I'm saying?
man is pretty, and he always
We
say
got
he's beautiful.
Right.
That's not basically
The
pretty. I feel like in the UK, but continue.
the only word.
Sorry, your mic cut out, bro.
I've had
Sorry.
like. God dang it! Did my mic? Am I still here? Am I still here?
we
Your
hear
mic
you.
is better now. Sorry, your mic is better now. Sorry, I just realized though while you're doing that and your mic cut out, I kind of was speaking and then I just realized, man, what was I doing though? So I just stopped.
Nah, you good. You good. I was just saying, like,
I'm gonna switch back over to my I'm back in front of my computer again. So that's me on the StreamYard real quick. Okay.
Okay,
hold
cool.
on, wait a minute. Let me see. Okay,
Wait,
all right.
that's like
But yeah, no, what I'm
basically
saying.
Hold on.
Okay. I got you. I'm just saying briefly, real quick, while she doing that. The only word I believe that's more so neutral is like cute. Like, I mean, women that say like you cute as shit. You know what I'm saying? Dudes who say the same thing, you cute too. But like, stuff like sweetie and shit like that. Nah, we ain't even doing that.
Or sugar.
Right. All of that, right. You know what I'm saying? Remember Cedric said it. He said, yeah, grown ass man telling me call him delicious.
Yeah, I can't call no grown ass nigga delicious.
Wait, you can say
Delicious.
man then.
Wait,
Wait,
hold on. No. I'm back. I'm back. What's wrong with sugar?
No, not sugar. We said delicious. Like remember when Sid the entertainer on
Okay.
when he was like I'm gonna be nah.
What's wrong with ain't nothing wrong with sugar?
Watch this.
A
Watch
baby?
this. No, yeah. Watch this. Big dog. I ain't gonna
What's
lie.
up? Go ahead.
It is acceptable from our elder aunties and stuff when we nephews. It is. They will be like, "Hey, sugar." They do.
Elder
They
auntie
do.
me.
They do.
So
I didn't auntie you. I didn't auntie
so
you.
that what Genesis is, my auntie.
I'm just
Baby,
I'm just
your
saying the
babysitter.
only
Hey, big
time.
dog.
I'm older than you, Genesis.
No, you're not.
No,
So-
you're not.
I'm
You're
not older
not.
than you, Genesis.
No, you're
No,
not.
you're
Sugar.
not.
That's why you sugar, baby. In real
Oh
life,
shit.
baby.
Well, I'm like the baby. You know.
I was old enough to babysit you. If you was 5, I was
Okay.
like
Hey,
I was 12.
I'm like the baby. I'ma fuck around and fuck the babysitter.
You know what? This is
Oh,
why I start taking care of. This is why I start
Oh,
watching
shit.
other people's children, because them boys will be up there. I was like, y'all supposed to be in a bed. They said, Miss D, we been on the steps. We been sitting here on the steps watching you all night. I'm like, you supposed to be in the bed. Why is you on the steps?
oh, okay.
Why is y'all on the
Hey,
steps
hey,
sitting on Superman
hey,
pajamas
real
listening to
quick,
me?
real quick
Wait,
before we
Miss
get up
Jen,
out of
why is
here.
y'all watching me, Miss Jen? We've been
Real
watching
quick.
you since the show started. I'm like, y'all little niggas is nasty.
Real
oh,
quick
sorry,
before we get
continue.
up out of here, right? Real quick before we get up out of here. So let me go ahead and get my little short soliloquy to it, and then let's go ahead and rap about this, and we're gonna get up out of here. All right. So this is the last little topic for tonight, because I actually wonder what y'all think about this. All right. So when I was growing up, I've always been into what we would call cougars and all of that. I was one of those in the 8th grade, 10th grade. I got a crush on my 8th grade teacher, shit like that. Shout out to Miss Harmon.
Man.
Shout out to Miss Harmon. You know what I'm saying?
Not you having a
So
moment,
hold
big
on.
dog.
Who?
Hold on.
Oh, I'm like Schmidt in
on.
that shit. My 4th grade teacher.
Oh my God. What the hell?
Hey, hold on. So look, yeah. So look, right? Is it? Yes, hold on. A dude, because I don't want to lose my train of thought. I want to make it real concise and just let y'all get in there. A dude that actually would have, let's say, for example, multiple women, as opposed to a woman having multiple men, we would look at it as a stereotype. Do we see the same thing, right? Follow my analogy. Do we see it the same way when it comes to us as younger boys desiring older women, and as opposed to those same teenage girls getting with those creep ass dudes that still like to pull up to the high school although they graduated 5 years ago? Let's go. Because I've always had a thing for older women for some reason. I have. I don't know.
I would say it's the
Yeah.
same. I would say it's the same thing, really.
So
It's
you're
like-
saying the older you liking the wait a minute, are you saying you older women like you like your teacher, right? Your teacher
That's
was
just like Smith was saying.
hold
It's
on. You're in high school, which means you're between the ages of 15 and 17, 15 and 18.
Between middle school and high school.
Between
for
middle
real,
school
for
and
real.
high
So that's
Between
even
middle
that's
and high
so that's
school.
what? That's 12, 13 to 18. Right?
Right.
12, the age of 12, 13 to 18 years old. And you
Correct.
like the teacher who is obviously sometimes
Older.
also a parent, older, like 30, right? 20 something and 30, versus the girl that is 16 in high school and her boyfriend is 20 picking her up. Like that be the age gap. Like he's a freshman in college, she's a junior in high school. He's a senior in college, she's a senior in high school. Like the age gap is a lot closer and different because both of you guys. I mean, I'm not knocking the situations where it is a full-grown R. Kelly adult, 27, picking up a 17-year-old. That's some extra shit. But most of the time, we know that those situations was the girl that was dating her boyfriend was in college, which he most likely had just graduated or graduated a year or two before her. So the age gap of you being 17 and talking to a 21-year-old, or you being 18 and 16 talking to a 19-year-old, and versus you being 14 and wanting to be with your 20 or 30-year-old teacher is different.
I'm just saying,
On
it's like
both ends.
I'm
Man
just
and
saying when I'm like Smittys, like I remember having a crush on my 4th grade teacher, Miss Jackson, and I purposely sat in the front of the class just to look at Miss Jackson, tall, thick ass, walk back and forth across that goddamn room. That's the last time I wrote in cursive perfect. Last color
Oh
her.
wow. Oh wow.
But it's just like for me, it's just a simple fact of I'm looking at the girls around me. You ain't got no ass and titties like Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson thick. You know
And
what I'm
then the
saying?
same thing for the girls. You ain't got no car and money like
And so yeah,
Devontae.
that's why I said damn, they're the same shit. Now, do you as a young nigga, do you proceed and try to holler at your teacher? No, but now in 2026, I just seen some shit going down here in Memphis. It's like a teacher gave a little boy in middle school, an iPad with naked pictures of her on there. So
Dude, I just showed the video that's the other day on my channel of the the mama busted the 21-year-old with her 13-year-old son. She walked in and the 21-year-old naked in the bed.
Wait a minute. I gotta ask this. So are y'all trying to tell me that the students of today are living out the fantasies that we had back then, big dog?
Yes.
Snitty, I'm gonna tell you this. I know my junior and senior year of high
She
school.
went back to her boyfriend. Remember the teacher that had a baby by the 15-year-old? She went to jail, and then she still came out of jail going and was looking for him. Like my man.
Because the situation I just got through talking about is the course and told this teacher to leave this little boy alone, and every time she get out, she go right back to fucking with little boy. And they keep saying
This one that I showed on my channel the other day, big dog. Remember the lady walked in on her son in the bed, butt booty naked with the 21-year-old, and she was like, "What the hell is you doing?" I've never, even when I was teaching, I had 17 boys in my class at 27 kids. And it's 27 kids, 17 of them was boys. Them children was so damn molesting and rubbing on you, touching and stuff, and want me to hold them, pick them up, give them a hug. Cause you know when they little, I'm 5'4", so a 3rd grader, he right at titty level when he give me a hug. He right under my armpit. So like it's a different vibe. Like that 8th grader knowing that I'm a grown ass 20-year-old, 30-year-old adult, and him trying to holler at me, and then what the hell look like hollering at an 8th grader and I'm a grown ass adult, versus me having a boyfriend and I'm in high school and he's in college. That's totally different.
It's totally different.
Yeah,
it's
two
totally
different.
different. But
okay. That is interesting though. Okay.
Now what's so funny?
You know how old my mom is though? I was gonna say, Jen, my mom's like 49 and my dad's like a 46-year-old, 2-year gap. So basically my mom's born in 77, my dad's born in 79, 1979, So basically when they got married, my dad was like 19, my mom was 21. And when I was born, my dad was 21, she was 23,
So that was all the way legal.
So I'm old enough to be.
It was legal though, and plus it actually worked out for him though. So yeah.
Well, that was a joke because in America, you're legal at 21, and your dad finally was 21 when he had a kid. Like that's typically the thing that you want your kids to do when they get in America is be grown and have their kids first, and not as a child.
I got a question. If my mom and my dad were in America, right, and if my dad married at 19 and 21, what would happen to my mom though? Would that be a problem though? A 19-year-old marrying a 21-year-old over there. Over here is okay.
No, it's not a problem. Over here is not a problem.
No, he's 19. He's still a minor. He still got that teen in his number. Now, if he was 20 and she was 21, that's not an issue. But he's still 19, which means he's still underneath his parental. Unless he's in college, even if he's in college, big dog, he's still underneath his
My dad finished
parental.
university. He was a university. He was university educated, but he basically decided not to continue. He just dropped out.
So
right,
you mean
but the
tell
law
me
in real life over here in America, if you're 19 and your woman is 20, either way, if the person's 21, the law holds them responsible as an adult. There is a Jack and Jill law, which means you can legally date someone within a few years of your age and then not be a statutory rape or illegal. So they will fall in that category.
Can y'all hear me? Okay, now my computer's messing up. I apologize, Jen. To compliment what you said, the mother of my child, I was born 82, she born 84. I'm 2 years older than her. When we got together, I was 20, she was 18. There was no issue.
No issue,
All right,
right?
it's muted.
Yeah, because we have the Jack and Jill law here, which allows people, even if you're 14 and he is 17, I think there's I forget if it's 3 or 4 years, 2 to 3 years, or 3 to 5 years spread where you're allowed to have that dating. Because again, it's more healthier that you're dating someone closer to your age. So that's why we have the Jack and Jill law that's in place here in America as well. In addition to state laws that still allow you, the age of consent is 16. So technically, by the age of consent, your dad can consent to whatever he was old enough to say, "Yeah, I want to do this."
He was 19 in 1999. The
Right.
year
So
they married was
the age of consent in our country can start as early as 16, which says that, hey, at this
same
age,
here.
you're able to say, I want to be doing this. Now, the age of adult is 21 here in our country, which means the moment that whoever reaches 21, you are a full-grown adult, which changes the parameter in which you're dealing with that child. That's where the Jack and Jill comes into place that says, well, technically, even though you're 19, you're only 2 years younger than the person that you're dealing with, you know? And
Okay,
that's
that
not bad.
makes sense.
That's not a bad deal because you guys are still within the same age bracket, I guess.
That makes sense. So my dad basically, by the time he married her, he already left, his parent home. He was in university, already working type thing though as well. When he just married though, you know, that type thing. So I feel you on what you're saying. That makes sense though. So yeah, in
Because some folks,
2000 though, both
you got
parents.
some people who are wise like you at the age of early. So you can't say because they want to say, to be precaution and say maybe you weren't mature enough yet to make that kind of decision, but that doesn't account for all the people that are like 20 and 18 but just have a wise mentality or above their,
Yeah.
years.
My
So
dad was mature for his age when he was, back then he was mature and all of that. So
oh,
that's why he was
I'm
able
sorry,
to.
my bad. IB Wody, it's the Romeo and Juliet rule, not the Jack and Jill. You're right. It's the Romeo Juliet rule. My bad. He corrected me.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's interesting. Now I'm gonna wait. I'm like 24. The age I want to marry is 25 or 29. I want to marry before 30 years old. And if I were to marry, I don't mind same age or 2 years older. Like if she were older than me, 2 year gap would be okay. Cause I'm more attracted to maturity.
See, period. Shout out to the Cougars. IB Wody. I mean, Big Dog.
Yeah, so she's mature for her age.
I got a question. Hold on, Riaz.
What's going on?
Y'all got where you at in Mississippi, Tennessee?
I'm in Memphis.
Memphis. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all legalized down there? I don't even know what states are legalized.
Legalized to do it.
Hello? You don't know
Hello?
what I'm talking about? Hello?
Oh, no. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I
I said
hear you.
hello sarcastically, like you don't know what I'm talking about. Hello?
Nah, we not legal down here. I don't know why.
Okay, because I be wondering because it's different, yo. Because I want to know if YouTube would let me do a stream about the whole cannabis industry because literally it's crazy how it's legalized here. At the same time, Michigan just passed a law that you can't be sitting in your car smoking.
Right.
When you talk about addictions, because that is also medical. And it's been medical for way longer than we ever been rolling a blunt. It's crazy, right?
Now,
Before we figure that shit out, it's been medical this whole time.
Now, this is what I can say. We got a lot of smoke shops down here.
Okay, so y'all got that kind of place where it's like a half and half because it sells like the vapes and shit like that.
Yeah, because like it was a report going on down here that the marijuana had fentanyl in it on the street. So I had to back up off of it because it's like, bro, I'd rather just go and pay a tax for the THC plus and just smoke at the smoke shop than try to risk my life fucking around with the nigga around the corner. And you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now.
So here is why I wanted to bring it up. I'm gonna probably start a stream up and go ahead and talk about it if Smitty's about to go. But here, it's almost I can't say I used to know where all the little hood traps were, or not all of them, but I knew enough of them to where if I was on this side of town, I can go over here. If I happen to be on this side of the town, if I'm in this part of the neck of the woods, or you just kind of make it back to that one trap that is consistent. Your homeboy who's you know them now. But now Yo, I think that's there. It's a little bit of what do you call it with the corporate enterprise and push them little jokers out the way because
Yeah, yeah, because
there's
it's
too
like
many dispensaries, yo. It is literally one across the street on the same side of the street, yo. Like you know how you come out of the building and walk to the curb and then go to your car. There's a
yeah.
dispensary right across the street, so you can literally walk across the street, and they be in competition, and they have food trucks out there. We have the Cinnabon food truck that comes and posts up outside the dispensary. Wonder why?
Good.
Like it's a
It go
whole
hand in hand.
industry by itself.
It's business.
Okay.
It's business.
Wait, you know, from
I'm thinking about it
so
like how could you get because listen, I got THC treats for my dog. Like I'm getting some for my sister's dog.
Wait a minute. You giving the
Yes,
dog?
yes,
Go
they
ahead.
have for like if you got to fly, if you got a long road trip, if they nervous about going to the vet, going to the groomers, you got THC you can sprinkle on their food to get them calm. Like you got to go to the groomers, get them
But
cut,
I'm be
all
I'm
that.
I'm,
I'm
I'm be
only
100.
allowed.
Watch this. Watch
Sorry.
this. I'm
Can I
Janice.
say? I want to say this quickly too. You know, basically for me, then I'm only allowed it for medical purposes, and the only time I'm allowed it is for medical emergencies, though, because that's what it's stated though for me. What I believe it's only CBD allowed though, so I'm not allowed it for recreation. I'm only allowed it for medical purposes, and the only way I'm going to agree to that is if there's no other choice I have, then I'm going to. If there's no other choice or alternatives, then I'm going to agree to using that. So that's the only way
So
it's
here's the
allowed.
thing, Arias. So here's the thing on this. I don't know if everybody heard. I've told my story before when I was a little girl and how my grandmother took me out to the cannabis farm and we would tear, she would get a tree from the ground up. It would be like, 4 or 5 feet long. And
Yeah.
the Hispanic man will give her a whole tree. He would go dig it up, right? Because medicinally, it's in front of medication. So what you just said is true. However, in the world of holistic medicine, medicinally you do that first, and then if that seemed to fail, you go to the the medication the doctor gave you because of the side effects and the harmful after effects that is really there to hurt your body. Because when I was younger, my grandmother took that entire tree, the entire branch, not just pulled off the bud so that the gangsters can roll their little blunts, but we broke down the leaves, broke down the branches, broke down the roots, and we made tea because not every person that needed that effect can consume it via smoking, right? I remember her making a tea and making butter because we went to a woman's house who was anorexic because she couldn't eat and she was on oxygen, so she couldn't smoke. But she had messed up. Anorexia means you throw up every time you eat on purpose. So she had messed up her esophagus, right? So meaning that every time she tried to eat, she couldn't keep the food down now. So guess what smoking does or cannabis does? It gives you the what? Munchies, which cause that woman to eat more and have a craving for food that she didn't normally have because the doctor put her on medication and gave her oxygen. So the goal of the holistic medicine was in front of the medication. So if this don't work, go back to the medication. Whereas, what you said was medication first, and then if nothing else, just because CBD associated with cannabis has a negative connotation because like people gonna think you're gonna be a pothead after it, which is not the case. My mother
No,
has a rod
I
in her
get
back.
you.
So hold on, my mother has a metal rod in her back because when they do surgery and they take your spine out because it's has an issue, they replace it with a metal rod. So guess what happens when the weather changes? You have chronic arthritis for the rest of your life. So they prescribe that for you, which they give it to you in a gummy or a tea or a lollipop or
They
butter,
also give it in wax. They give it
wax,
in
a brownie, a cookie.
well, yeah. Generally, the brownie and stuff that comes from the wax, so it's like a butter. It's like let's say look
Or
at it like
don't forget
margarine,
the oil as well.
and
Don't
My
forget
you
homeboy
oil as
makes
well.
butter by the pan, Smitty,
yeah,
like
you
a
get
pie
basically
pan.
wheat butter. So like you
Okay,
can scoop it out and you can mix however much in your food and stuff, and
sorry.
that's
I'm
basically how
gonna
you get
say
infusion.
Hold on, Riaz.
But
sorry.
look, right? Hey, y'all, look, because my thing is acting real wild and
Uh-oh.
kooky.
Mhm.
Can we just real quick, briefly, let's go around the room and just give a quick final thought so I can play this little tune and figure out what's going on with my computer because it keeps kicking me out and I don't want to keep trying to get back in. So yeah.
Okay.
Big dog, what you got? What you got?
As always, I appreciate you letting me up and chop it up with you, Schmitty. You know what I'm saying?
Always, man.
Genesis, me and you had to get together and do a show one day about something.
About something, just anything.
Uh,
He
I
said so.
mean, you know, I don't know. We'll chop it up. What's your email?
Who email?
Your email.
Oh wow, my email,
You
everybody.
can put it. You can put it in the back.
Yeah, I about to say back chat that. Don't.
Yeah, back chat
do
that.
don't do
Yeah,
that.
I email you. So yeah, we gotta come up with something. Genesis, you slow, but I appreciate it, Smitty.
I'm slow.
Man, all day, big dog. You already know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you slow, Genesis. Yeah, you slow. But I like you. You cool. You slow, but I like you.
All right, I'll go.
Riaz, what you got?
My final four is everyone. Please leave a like, comment, share, and connect to the host. Connect to everybody here who's a creator. Check out basically what we're gonna post though, basically, and also make sure to share it. And basically, you know, for everyone else, watch the replay to the stream, and also check out the show that I posted today and consistently though tomorrow. So yeah,
All right, and as young OG would say, no trolls allowed. I appreciate you.
no trolls allowed.
Jen, what you got before we get up out of here?
Bye, sugars.
Not bad sugars.
And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful day. Respect to the family.
I'm no big dog, but I got a big bite. Mr. 7 back again, while aggressing on the mic, I keep it hype. Man, I'd rather hit a J with you than scuff around and fight. I tackle any challenge that be in my line of sight. I'm that crispy, clean, king iron fist, walking by my skin is Hennessy. I'm the remedy, even when I'm gone, my thoughts will linger for eternity. Just in case you never heard of me, nice. To meet you could call me County King. My spirit shine like the glisten of a bling. When the devil gets to talking, that's when God starts walking. I listen to spirit when the message is locked in. Yes, I spin to and hashtag no gamble. My life is beautiful, skin stay shining from my head to my cuticles. Mr. 7 clocking out, I digress, my mic is new. Posted up in my whip, riding with my honey dip. Cruising through the city scene, blazing on some sticky green. Got my hater blockers cause I'm cooler than some ice cream. Down with the county kings, then you rollin' with right team. In the Benz or on the bus, chickens they be checking us. And I'm in my whip, posted floating like some angel dust. Used to have a heavy foot, now I like to cruise through 2 miles per hour. So when body sees you trying to catch me riding dirty, police in my rear view. 2 hands on my wood grain, I'm twisted while I'm switching lanes. Buck my head to the beat, cause she in these leather seats. GMC, we suck a bin everywhere through PGC. Windows up a black tent, and I got my music loud. Concert in my car, and I'm the only one up in the crowd. Meet me on the back roads where I'm surfing in the Ville. Bang, hit while aim, riding, displaying my verbal skills. PG needs me, we be eating big league. Lumberjack coming through, knocking down big trees. Big dog, no fleas, stay clean. Yes, I do. Dudes be like I rap too when we be like, who are you? Chisel down a ½ ounce to sell it. To nickel diamond quarters dip, got me off of it. Yes, I see you hate me, but I'm still showing love. This not because of me, I'm controlled from up above. I'm so fresh, I'm so clean, I'm like the body wash a dove. So up here to put all in perspective, bringing back hope, dropping bombs like Osama, smooth talker like Obama. I'm just here to keep it cool. I don't really want no drama, but y'all treat me like I'm nothing. But fact is, I'm born someone, no gossip, no rumors, just observation of display in the chambers of my castle, resting easy where I lay. We don't play, I'm in the city, but my mind is where I stay. I am life, earth, motor, spirit, covered clay. When you treat me like some shit, that say a lot about you, not me. The greatest of us has always been silence, nothing new, but I still chef it up, cooking stew. Who would have knew so much hate come from people I don't know? That's why my blood still warm, but my heart is colder than the snow. I'm go, 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 go. I'm the storm, while like in the city streets, I am a beast. Smoking good on Runts and Keef. You don't want no beef, I knock out frames and teeth never decreased. I'm high voltage bloodstream, y'all be weak, so I'll be strong throughout the week. Keep the herbs and spice like it's white rice. Travel through the thoughts of a prophecy, never with neuropathy. There's no way y'all stopping me. I love cool out, read my book, sculpted art sketches and moving rooks. In this chess of life I castled and take flight. Sniper bishops in the corner, checkmate. I don't wait, y'all so fake, but all good I see through. And never put any of my people before the text time. Walking through valley, we keep it chill over here. No flex, but life is truly the best. No flex, duck. What you talking about? I still keep it going. We be flowing like we're ocean, magic potion for the motion. I like good gas, champagne leading the game. Let's go, it's Conti Kins, Lone Star, the shepherd leading you, ghosts. This be realest shit I ever wrote, Mr. Seven Ghosts.